Hi, everybody, and welcome to, my camera's really bad, isn't it? Welcome to Sci-Fi-Vision presents Talisman Transmissions for May 17th. Thank you if you are with us tonight. Tonight is our deep dive. I know we had a lot of new people last night in Discord, so hopefully you have joined us for the live stream. But yeah, if you're new here, our deep dive is on Sunday nights, and then we have a review at 10 on Monday nights. And we, of course, still have watch parties in Discord from Saturday nights at midnight and Sunday at 9. These are Eastern before we get started on our lives. We also have Widow's Bay on Thursday that we do. So make sure you check that out as well. And make sure you check out our live tab for all our previous lives and our live interviews we did in the video tab for all of the other interviews, because there's a lot of from interviews and lots of fun stuff on there you can check out. And then on June 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Elizabeth Saunders, who plays Donna, is going to be here live. And you can put your questions in the chat for her. And then we have, I guess, some other announcements that I've been saying we were going to do. We still have a talisman that was from before, that keychain that we need to spin for later tonight. And it seems like, I think that West of Westeros might be giving out some too. I was in the middle of trying to chat and do this. So we might have more of them as well. And then we have a surprise guest this week for it's going to be pre-recorded. We're doing it on Wednesday, but we still want you guys to send us your questions. You can do it in Discord in the submit questions channel, or message them to me or Scarlett, really. And it is, I haven't told anybody yet who it's going to be other than Scarlett. She knows.
Is there a big reveal? Is there going to be a big reveal?
Yeah. You want to do a drum roll?
I don't have a.
I don't know. The way you said that, I thought you had like I don't know, some kind of sound effect. No. That's okay. That's okay.
I can. I mean, I don't think I can drum on anything they can hear me.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We're going to be speaking to Viggo Handwelt, who plays young Jade in the flashbacks that had been on the Institute. We had previously spoken to. We're going to be talking
Avery on the Institute. If anybody remembers the Institute.
I like the Institute. So yeah, we'll be talking to him on Wednesday. So if you have any questions for Viggo, you can send them through Discord. But yeah, I guess that's it in announcements for now. Welcome, everybody. Oh, hi. I was going to say Cyber Queen Media. Welcome. I'm assuming at some point we're going to be doing something with them. But welcome. Let's see. West of Westeros, Kelly. Who else is here? Kimberly. Bill's here. Wow. Thank you, guys. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So this is the 5th episode. I have heard multiple things about this episode. I feel like most people really liked it. There's been some that complained, but I feel like most people really liked it. What did you think about this particular episode? And do you like my Jade? I updated. I got Jade and a blinking sign for that.
I love the blinking sign. The blinking sign's great.
Yeah.
We could probably just use that.
Yeah, I probably could. But yeah, I don't know. I just figured I'd change it to Jade too, since he's kind of the MVP of the episode a little bit.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I interrupted
you. I really love this episode. It made me laugh, probably unintentionally, but we'll get to that. And it also made me cry, completely intentionally. Donna survived.
Yes. Yeah, Donna. Big thing.
Well, I came up with a theory last week with Martin from the Discords, and not that Martin from the show, but a guy named Martin. And we came up to the idea that Donna would survive. And I came up with a theory that because the next episode is called The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, and that book has 5 main characters, and they had 6 at the cabin, that one would die. And it would have to be a red shirt. And it would probably be Roger because he was pulling the rope.
Yeah. Well, he did.
You can go look at it. I can't.
Well, we get. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that they like they at least give them names, right? I mean, they're still red shirts, but I guess they're
Yeah,
still
the Ankui kids just get Ankui Kid 1, Ankui Kid 2.
very, very true. I am trying
But,
to it's not really
like, you know,
going
the scene with Henry, I just thought it was just heartbreaking, and it was one of those little scenes that you could just take out of a show and show somebody, and they would really be moved by it. Just in itself as telling a little story.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. I really like that scene. I think that scene was really
Yeah.
emotional. Is that where you meant you cried at? Because I
When he was
cried during
playing, being on a jet plane and talking to his family and all that.
yeah. Yeah, he's kind of he's breaking. I know a lot of them are, but he's having a
Yeah.
really hard time dealing with being in the town. So yeah, I really like that too. I think I know some people didn't. I know some people didn't like that scene, and I'm not sure why because I really liked it. It didn't have to maybe be so long, but I did enjoy that scene. Let's see. High Code Knox, Catastrophe, Kaiser Bowl, Maze. Wow, we got a lot of people showing up. Golden Child, but he's coming. Thank you, Benjamin Williams. Benjamin is saying, I hope episode 6 comes next week. Unfortunately, episode 6 is not on next week. I know there's been a lot of talk and confusion about that. A lot of outlets incorrectly reported it at the beginning of the season. It has now been officially said by MGM that it is not on next week. I actually wrote them and asked them at one point because so many people were confused and saying different things. So it is absolutely, unfortunately, not on because of Memorial Day in the US.
Yeah.
Whether that makes sense or not is another issue, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it is not going to be on.
Yeah, I also kind of forgot which weekend Memorial Day fell on because I thought it was the last weekend of the month, and it's not because Monday is June 1st.
Yeah, yeah,
So I got
it's I never remember when it is either. So but yeah, it's next weekend. What else can I say? Oh, we are going to be doing a special show for not just but for our channel. Probably that Monday. We need to get together and figure out an exact date, and I will put that in Discord. But we're going to be doing some trivia about us. So you get to know us, the hosts, including Karen and AJ, even though Karen won't be there, unfortunately, because she's not going to be home. But we're going to do some trivia about us, maybe some from trivia, some different games and things, just to celebrate that we had gotten 2,000 members or subscribers. I can never remember the difference, and a million views on YouTube. So we're gonna have a party with that, and be a lot of fun. Yeah, that'll be next week. And I'm sorry, Lilu. Hi, Lilu. I'm like starring things. I don't know. I am like, if I'm on, I am like so sleepy. I shouldn't be, but I am still like my brain's like really slow tonight. So I'm trying to like
going.
we'll no, it's just if I'm slow, that's why I feel like I hate when
I don't slow. It's fine.
It's fine. We can do it. Just so we'll try to get through it and we'll be okay. Hopefully we'll be okay.
We'll get through it.
All right, hold on. Let me get my picture up here so I can change it. All right. I was going to say also, guys, if you're not a member of our Discord, please make sure you do join. I put the link in the chat where we have our watch parties and you can get our schedule and everything. So that'll help you know when we're playing our games and doing everything else. But I was going to say, I know I remembered, it reminded me of Discord because I posted this yesterday in Discord. There's a promotional picture of this. I guess they didn't edit it. There's like what looks like a little boat. I think it's hard to tell on the water, but there's like little buoys and stuff. It's not. I don't think it means anything. I think they just didn't edit the photo. I just think it's funny because they posted like the unedited photo, and it didn't say it was like a behind the scenes photo. It just like was in the photo dump. I thought that was kind of funny. But
if people saw it, then they'd be like, "There's Boy's boat. It's his boat."
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it actually means anything.
Yeah.
I think they just
everything.
They gave a original shot, but yeah, that's one of the ones from the press dump. All right, let's see. Oh, we got more people on Discord. Welcome, whoever just joined us. All right. So yeah. So I kind of felt like it's funny because Roger here, he started pulling the rope at the end of the last episode, and you know, it was kind of his fault that they ended up bringing these up. But when they're all heave hoeing
Yeah.
it up, like he just stands there and does nothing, which I think is funny. And I'm not sure why he doesn't, because he's the one that started it. It's his fault, right? Totally his fault.
Mhm. He didn't ask everybody. He just pulled the thing.
Yeah, he just pulled it, and then they're all doing it, and he's just like, I don't want to help. Right? I don't know, because he's standing there.
Oh,
Look,
Roger.
this look like, nope, changed my mind. Don't
Yeah.
think we should bring it in. He's like, we'll bring it to the surface, just leave it there so it can kill us, and not bring it in closer. Look, they shouldn't have brought it in closer, to be fair, but I do think it was better they knew at least a little bit maybe what they were dealing with.
Do you think they would have swam to shore? They would have just left them where they were?
Yeah, they could have swam out, so they could have done anything. But that's the other thing that
No,
I
I
kind
meant
of
the Dallas swim into shore.
Oh, maybe. They didn't. I don't. That was what I was going to say is when they put them back in. I don't think they didn't look like they put them back in the middle of the water. So I feel like that maybe was why they really needed to get them further away from them. Maybe that they
Yeah.
couldn't come back because they didn't. I don't know. They didn't look like they
Yeah.
did a great job. It was just sort of floating there.
Well, you don't know what they were binded with that Roger released, kind of like Jade taking down the totem.
Yeah, there could have been something intentionally that was there. But I mean, we know more about the totems now, maybe too, right? I mean, Tabitha used one, so that was kind of interesting. Not what I expected that to be used for, that's for sure. But yeah, we got a lot of things in this episode tonight. A lot of answers. And I don't know how people can say we didn't get answers. That's for sure.
Yeah. A lot of people did stuff. Ellis
yes,
did stuff. Tabby did stuff. Donna did stuff. Everybody did stuff.
They did. And, it's funny because I was kind of unsure. I was a little bit for one moment like annoyed. What happened to my picture? It just
Yeah, I don't know where your picture went, but I like your bottle tree.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like the bottle tree too, but no, it's supposed to be the picture.
Yeah.
But oh, I know what I was gonna say. I was kind of a little bit annoyed at Ellis because I was like thinking, why are you going after her? Like, quit trying to help everybody and just get out of there. But usually I'm complaining he doesn't do anything. So I guess that is
for
like
Roger. He kind of left Roger high and dry. He's like, see ya, buddy.
It's good he tried. He's trying to help people. I just think it's funny because I'm usually complaining. A lot of us are usually complaining. He's not.
Oh, I was just saying with Roger, he just like shut the door on Roger and ran away.
Yeah, they didn't care about Roger. He was the original red shirt that was in there. Maybe Patty they like.
Yeah,
Patty they like a little bit better, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hi, Lazada, and I just saw somebody else, and it went past, and I lost it. Average Cadaver. I hope I'm saying that right. I can never say it right, but welcome. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do, like I said, a talisman, and we do have to do a hashtag. I'm not sure exactly. I'll have to confirm exactly what all we're giving out besides this one, but I know we still have one left from the original batch that we're giving out. So I agree, though. I think hashtag Scarecrow is a good name. But wait, guys, I have not put it in the thing yet. Wait a second.
Exactly.
Why I'm like trying to do two things at once. I'm gonna put it in now because it has to be like set up. So now type hashtag Scarecrow to be entered in the contest. And then it'll pick it up. And at some point during the stream, we'll pick it out. And that's what I'm trying to think. See, I think West of Westeros has some too to give away. So I'm not sure how many we have, but the original one is definitely a keychain. Okay, he does have 10. That's what I just wanted to make sure. All right, so we'll give away the one keychain from the original one that Dieter had helped set up, which we very much appreciate him on that too. And then we have the 10 that West of Westeros has. I'm not sure if their keychains are full size. I think they're full size, but he'll have to tell us for sure. We'll do 5 of them tonight and 5 of them tomorrow during the live stream. So everybody.
I have mine twined right next to my door.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you gotta
one?
There. Not yet. I will. I'm gonna get
the
one.
Monsters are gonna get you.
I don't want them to get me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know though. Maybe the monsters are a little better than those like huge dolls. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which
I
is worse.
guess you just have to stab the huge dolls. I guess that's how it works.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's true. She did just stab it, and it went pretty easy. But yeah, we will do that, and we're also I did forget the other thing we were going to do. I'm like really forgetting things tonight. Sorry, guys. I did say I was going to announce the cameo we got for tomorrow too. This was donated anonymously, and it is of do another bad drum roll, right? It's
Oh,
of Hannah, who plays Julie. So we will be giving that tomorrow. You will be spinning for that for somebody to win a message from Hannah Trammy. So that's awesome too. So thank you also for that anonymous donation. That is awesome. Yeah, so we'll do that tomorrow though. But for any of these things, you have to be in the chat when we pull your name. That's got to be the new thing because it's too hard to track down people. So if you're not in when we pull the name, or at least within reason, like if you come back a couple minutes later, that's fine. But just so you're here to receive it, and so those are the rules. But whenever you only have to enter once with the hashtag because it will only pick it up once. So I mean, you can say it more, but it's not going to help you. it only will get entered once. All right.
is it all lowercase or capital S?
No, all lowercase. Sorry,
All lowercase.
Yes, all
Okay.
lowercase. All right, we're storing some of these until we get to some of this. Some of this is a lot further forward than what we're at, and we kind of try to go in order. So if I've marked a lot of things in the chat. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just getting to it. We're gonna go a little bit forward, and then we'll pick them up as we go along. All right. So they pull in this big thing. I question how many people were surprised completely what this was. Like, I think
Yeah.
everybody kind of knew it was the scarecrows. If you watched the trailer at the beginning of the season, you knew it. If you watched the new trailer, you probably knew it. I'm assuming. I actually didn't see the new trailer, I don't think.
I didn't see it. I'm avoiding everything.
No, I know. I know it was in the one at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knew that it was coming. So it wasn't as much a surprise. But I mean, I think it was okay, like some of that stuff from the beginning of the season. It didn't hurt to know some things. I think they just went a bit too far, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also should say why we're here. We're not going to discuss the new trailers for the episodes to come that come out. I don't know if it's even been out yet, but if it has,
I think
please
they come out on Tuesday.
not on Tuesday. Okay, because I was going to say, please leave them out of the chat if you've seen any that are forward stuff, because I know not everybody wants to see them. So we're not. If you want to talk about them, you can in our spoiler channel in Discord. Anon didn't like the episode.
Yeah.
Anon. No, that's
Feelings.
okay. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm just surprised. Most people really seem to like this one.
What did you like about it, Anon? Can I ask you?
Yeah, that's a good question. Is it just because of the trailer, or was there a reason?
Yeah, there's many levels to that.
Yeah. B says, I would have been surprised if it had been anything else. They were harvesting cauliflower. The dolls were surrounded by cauliflowers. It felt obvious. Yes,
Yeah.
but it turns out they're not made of cauliflower like we thought. So
Yeah, but it's that area where I call like Kenny's mom, because I have this theory that Kenny's mom died and that's her food. She's feeding everybody still, but the cauliflower is right there too. You know, on the coast.
I remember you saying that.
Oddly enough, on the coast, which is weird.
Yeah, it is in a strange place. Whoops, I clicked the wrong one. Just Stacy Lee says it was a belter, so they liked it. Most people did. I feel like it was good because there was a lot we learned in it. Yeah, I guess there is a episode 6 trailer out. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's fine. Just don't talk about details in the chat. That's all we ask, just because not everybody wants to know. And we're trying to do our best not to spoil people with anything. Doc Green, hi Doc Green, says doll people are the Cabbage Patch Kids from hell. They are. They're really creepy, right? Like there's a part of me that thinks they're a little silly, but they're also kind of creepy. And I think like they did the best job they could with what they were trying to accomplish. Because I feel like to some extent, like huge dolls were going to look silly no matter what they did. But I think they did a really good job with the way they did it, as I did think it was creepy,
Hmm.
as much as some of it's silly. But I feel like it was more silly because I've watched it like half a dozen times. It gets silly
Yeah,
when you're watching it that many times, but it wasn't. It was definitely creepy the first time, that's for sure.
I kind
Uh,
of like the La 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 song too.
yeah, that made it creepy too. I agree.
I kind of
Kay
like
said,
it. It's on one angle, it's kind of like it's a little cheesy, a little cheeseball, but on the other angle, it kind of itches that full chorus spot for me with the like sewn dolls. So
yeah. Yeah, no, it's so cool. It's something different, like that's for sure. I don't know that I didn't if I hadn't seen the trailer at the beginning of the season, I wouldn't have expected it. So I'd say I
yeah,
didn't
I wouldn't have said it at
expect it.
all. Yeah,
Kay said it was the best episode so far. I do think it was probably the best one this season so far. I did like the first one though too because I really liked the Sophia reveal as well.
mm, yeah,
Um, but Kay says they're terrifying. The talisman don't work, and one is still alive. Okay, right. To
yeah. The flamey arms, flamey arms of
yeah,
fury.
yeah. It also makes me wonder though if the nightmare creatures slash monsters, whatever you want to call them, are they not out in like in the woods at the village here or whatever? Because they're never like unless it's just it hasn't happened. But I mean, we're assuming that like last season, whatever knocked or was making noise outside, I can't remember if it knocked or
Hmm.
not, but whatever was making noise, it was like something different, not these because they were in the
Hmm.
water at this point. But they're not like contending with monsters. And I don't know if it's just it would have been too much to try to put in the scene or if the monsters don't go out there, right?
Hmm. I don't know. You're just talking about the knocking.
No, I'm saying that like we haven't seen the regular monsters out at the settlement. And
Oh,
I just
hanging out, take a little vacation, take a little vacation in Cannibal Village.
yeah, maybe. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they maybe don't go that far or
Maybe
I
it's
don't know.
bad. Maybe it's bad memories. Maybe that's where they sacrifice their kids, right? Are they gonna come back there?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I feel though like it also would have been really hard to film all this and add monsters into it. Like it would have just been
Mm.
like logistically pretty hard to take care of. I feel like so that could just be that. Maybe they thought it was too much. I love the way this
Maybe they all have their sections. Maybe they have like the monsters are the night creatures. Man in Yellow's got his daytime thing, and then the other creatures hang out here. You know, like a little
yeah,
map.
yeah, maybe. That makes me think of like what was that cabin by was it cabin by the lake? Is that what it's called? Or cabin no,
In
cabin
the
by the lake?
woods. No
Cabin
kidding,
in the
but
woods. Yeah, cabin
I
in the
don't.
woods. You know which one I mean, where they had like different
Yeah,
zones they went to was
yeah,
what I was
different zones. Yeah.
yeah. Average Cadaver says, I love the way this show strays just far enough away from reality to still feel grounded, kind
Mm,
of Twilight Zone vibes. Yeah, it often is.
mm.
I feel like
And you have good actors that can sell it too. You know, fighting giant dolls.
yeah. Yeah, I know. That's got to some extent be a little hard,
I
right?
was worried for Donna when that doll came after her. I was like, she's selling it to me.
Yeah, no, she did. I was like worried, and I was more worried. I think everybody was after what she said last week. We're like, no,
Well, I was
not Donna.
also worried because Ethan comes up to her and he says, "I like that you're here because you make things less scary." And I'm like, Ethan, don't say that.
Quit
She's
making
gonna
these
die.
comments, guys. We want Donna to live long and healthy on the
Yeah,
in the. I still want to say
and
island.
get out
In
if
the
she can.
town. Yeah, we don't want anything to happen to Donna. Basis, I assume they were the monsters of that time. The settlement was the old version of our town. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see more at the settlement.
Mm,
We don't really spend a lot of time at the settlement, so it's kind of hard to know.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's just that
Um,
night gathering food and bringing it back usually.
yeah, yeah. Hey again, Cyber Queen Media. Is that Kelly that's in the chat? I think it's
Yeah,
Kelly. Probably.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
Kelly.
Are you
Uh,
Kelly
yeah,
or
or who's Kelly?
Jazzy?
I
Probably
wasn't
Kelly.
sure if he was talking to Kelly or was saying it was Kelly. That's why I wasn't sure because it's two
Oh,
Kelly.
okay. No, it's Kelly then.
Okay, it's Kelly then. All right. Lulu says, I don't think the monsters go there because that's not where the meat is. That's a good point. They're not really there for them to hunt,
Not
right?
vegetarians.
But it's also kind of funny because maybe they could like be safe for a night. Like, just go take a vacation once you get rid of these dolls, right? Just go over to a settlement. Everybody can take a night and go over there and not have to worry about the monsters. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
All right. And yes, make sure you guys put hashtag scarecrow lowercase though. You added I'm assuming that was probably autocorrected anyway, but lowercase scarecrow to be entered in to win one of the talisman. All right. The monsters have assigned workstations. That's what Bill says. Hey, who knows? All right. The manifestation of the nightmare may be specific to where the person died. The man in Tabitha's childhood died at the settlement. You're right. And I probably should have saved that one for later because that is about the other stuff. We'll come back to that.
Well, I was saying that along the lines of maybe people could manifest good things, like Kenny's mom manifesting food.
That would be interesting. But do you think like they'll figure it out? Because if that's the case, it would be really cool if they figured it out and then they could just, get a boat and leave. Maybe that's how they leave eventually, right?
Yeah, but I think you have to die thinking good thoughts.
I like that theory though. I do like that theory because the food did just kind of come out of nowhere. And maybe like when they go, like remember how the goat walked out of the forest or whatever? Like maybe somebody said that to them. So Queen Media says the acting in the show is incredible. Props to the casting department. I agree. I think everybody on this show is doing really good.
Yeah.
She also says, I think Donna is part of the town, but a guardian angel of sorts. And Anon wants somebody to die. Says, where are all the deaths? They haven't killed anyone important this season. This is true.
They had Jim around. Jim was in a status where he was dying because he was alive when the season began.
He was Schrodinger's Jim. Yeah, I don't know.
He did technically die in the first episode of the season.
He did technically die at the beginning of the season, but I think probably most people feel like I do that was I felt like it was a last season death. Just because we knew about it, it felt like it. That's just
because he got half his sword dislodged, but yet he was alive somehow.
Yeah. But I kind of get you, Anon. I totally understand that feeling. But I don't know. I'm somebody that I don't want the people to die, so I'd rather them just kill off red shirts. But I know a lot of people don't feel like that because you don't want everybody to have plot armor. Like you want it to be, thrilling.
Well, people want gambits and everything, but I think there can be gambits without deaths. But some people are bloodthirsty,
Well, I know. I know one of the things we always talked about before we were hate watching, but that's a whole nother issue. Walking Dead, that at least everybody was fair game, right? Like you had to worry about everybody, and sometimes that's a good thing, I think. But I don't know. I don't like worrying about everybody constantly. Like I'm not somebody who likes that as much. That's just me. Okay. Donna gets shit done. You were right, B.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna. This chat is moving really fast, and I'm doing a really bad job of it. You guys are. That's why I'm bookmarking starring things here, so we can get to them. Hey, Fletcher. Welcome. Okay, let's see. This is why I need you to be logged in so you can mark some of these.
Yeah, I can help you with the chat, definitely.
Yeah. I do want to put this one up just because this is another new person we haven't had here before. Blitzrig Bop. Welcome. Says, regarding the death, we did get any ideas on why the doll was reaching down his throat. It was reaching for something. What did you think about that? I want to know what
I was thinking his liver, because that's what the man.
Oh, you think there was
good liver or a heart? It's reaching in there, getting that liver.
I kind of thought it was more just like it was torturing him. I don't know, but I question it since more than one person now has said that, since you both sort of think that maybe there is a point to it. I don't know.
Maybe it reaches down the throat, gets the liver, and then brings it back for Sophia, so Sophia can eat it on her own time.
Bill says R.I.P. Rob. Oh yeah. Okay, Cyber Queen Mania thinks Christy's gonna die, and I don't know if she or both of them are gonna do a theory video this week. But make sure you check out Cyber Queen Media's channel, and she'll have a theory video up soon. And check that out.
When I did the rewatch, she was kind of on my list. Her and Ellis were kind of on because they were really shown in the recommended episodes.
Yeah, I feel though okay. the thing is the actor who's playing Kenny has been doing like a lot of silly videos on his Instagram, right? And
Yeah.
it makes me wonder, like he did that whole video like that he wasn't in the trailer. I don't know if that was like serious or more like a joke because he didn't show up in the trailer. And that makes me think because he posted that maybe he's fine, like that he had,
Yeah.
been like, oh, why am I in the trailer? So yeah, that makes me kind of think the opposite. But yeah, don't kill Kenny.
I said Christy though. Christy and Ellis.
Oh, I don't know why. I thought you said Christy and Kenny.
No, I didn't say Christy and Kenny.
Oh, I don't know, guys.
And we can keep going. It's fine.
Yes, I'm looking at the picture of Ellis as I said it to you. I don't know. Forget that. Anyway, yeah, Christy. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't seen a lot. You're right. We haven't seen a lot of Christy. But yeah, I Christy. She's not my favorite.
And there was kind of like this thing in the air that the actress that played her was going back to nursing full time, which makes you think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point too. But they have like their off time and that they can do in
correct.
between. So it's hard to know. Bill says Stay Puft Michelin Monster is reaching for Roger's. I like Stay Puft Michelin Monster. That's a good one. That's a good one. B says I don't really understand the need for big character. Whoop, the chat just jumped. For big character deaths, I don't think it needs to just happen over and over for me to be invested. That's kind of more the side that I'm on. I'd rather them not die. Like I get it, but I'd also rather them not die just because I don't want them to die.
Yeah.
I'm freaked out that everyone heard Past Life Tabitha singing. Oh yeah, that's the other question. And I say I'm going to go in order, and then I'm like putting things up. I'm doing a really good job.
Well, this one.
Yeah, some of them I'm just putting them as we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, why were the dolls like singing? I mean, I assume that was supposed to be the dolls singing it, right?
That kind of weird Rosemary's Baby, la 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 la.
Yeah, it was really really creepy. But the fact that I don't know where it came from, if it was Tabitha's, unless it was really the dolls singing it,
Yeah, maybe she's got a little witch in her, a little witchcraft, making some dolls.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. I'm assuming it came from the dolls, but
yeah, I thought it came from the dolls too. I guess that was one.
Yeah, 1 second.
But
it's a message. Yes, but it was creepy though. I agree, it was creepy. Okay, Fletcher, we're gonna store that. Let's see. It's reaching. What about it's reaching for the food because the job was to protect the crops from anything? You mean reaching for the food in his stomach? You mean?
Oh, cool.
Oh, you mean just protecting the food of the place. I'm not sure which that means. It sounds like you mean through. It sounds like you mean into his stomach. So I'm not sure. Oh, I did
really
not.
Protecting the vegetables.
Yeah, that's great. Cyber and Queen Media interviewed Nathan too. That's awesome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had talked to him earlier in the season. We had him on the show, but theirs is going to be up later in the week. So check out that interview too. Nathan's a lot of fun. I like Nathan.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Fletcher's talking about the pictures pictures Chloe posted on her Instagram before the show dropped of Christy all covered in blood. It seems like Christy's wearing the same shirt and boots in this episode. Interesting. Well, they don't change clothes enough, let's be honest. But because she could be wearing it all season, right? But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm shipping. Okay, let's see. Christy's death works into the theory I plan to discuss this week. I think everyone has to lose someone. I hope not. No, you're okay. I'm just kind of picking and choosing. Some of these I'm saving for later. Blitzrig says some people theorize Eloise was singing. That's interesting. I like that. I actually really like that. Just Stacy Lee says there has to be an element of surprise when it comes to the death of the main cast. It pays off because I was beside myself thinking Donna was gone for. Yeah, I don't think you want to know it's coming. Maybe that's why I don't consider it about Jim either. I don't think about that just because it wasn't, it was so not a surprise. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it. All right. Starring. I'm stopping at too many, and we're never going to get through here. So I'm just starring everybody's comment and a lot of them. And we will get to your comments, but we're gonna keep going because we're like, I think like not even 5 minutes into the episode, right? So
Yeah.
can't stop them all. We'll never get in. Cars for JA, welcome. Says who else is thinking Donna was a goner? I think we all did, except for
I
Scarlett.
wasn't. I did
Scarlett,
not.
no,
I was
no.
her champion. I had arguments in chats about this. I had arguments in Discord about this.
No, you did. I said everybody but Scarlett thought Donna was a goner. Yeah, I was worried about Donna. I like Donna.
My evidence was that picture that Victor drew, which has the flood, but I think it's Boyd and down on a roof, and that was one of my evidence, along with the Heart is a Lonely Hunter. That was like, she's got to live because the flood hasn't happened yet, and she's on a roof.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see a flood though. I think that'd be kind of cool on the show to do. Fletcher wouldn't have minded if it was all just Jade high on mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
All right. Fletcher also says, what about my boy Roger? Roger was a red shirt. Roger. In fact,
Roger makes bad choices.
Roger does make bad choices. This is a good point. Okay.
Roger.
Whoops, I tried to start that one there. All right. I see Bill thought Donna was a goner, and somebody else popped it up. You won't understand this. Code Knox and Donna can't Richard Alpert. I hope so, Code Knox, because I don't want her to go anywhere. I do not want her to go anywhere.
So she has this big reveal, and she says she's Richard Alpert, and I'm like, who's that?
Yeah, it's from Lost. I know you don't get that, but it's from Lost. Cyber Queen Mania says Roger sucks. He led the swarm at the Lou house. I forgot about that. That's when they tried to steal the
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was
I had forgot about that. Thank you, West of Westeros. I appreciate it. Yes, like the video, and I didn't even say that yet tonight, did I? Subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision, like the video, hype it if you can, or we'll put you in the box. And yes, make sure if you haven't yet that at some point you do hashtag lowercase scarecrow like that, because we're giving away talisman. But you have to be here when we pull it, or at least be here within the night so we can give it to you. If you're not here within so long after we pull, we'll have to pull new ones. But make sure you put hashtag scarecrow if you have not. It only works once though. But thank you, West of Westeros, for that and for the talisman. Very much appreciated. And one of the talisman is still from the other batch that Dieter was so sweet to set up before. And once we get the last winner for that, we will get them sent out because they have not gone out yet. Fletcher, subscriber will send some dolls after you. I like that. That's good. That's good. I like that. All right. So things covered in seaweed. I guess that's seaweed. I don't know. I wrote that it was seaweed in my recap. It looks like gross seaweed to me.
It looks like seaweed to me as well. So they just expanded in the water? Is that the whole thing? You know how you have those things that are in, like a capsule? And it's in a capsule like a pill, and you put it in water, and then you get like a spongy, like crocodile or a spongy snowman.
Yeah.
Or...
I do know what you're talking about. I had that little. Whoop! You went quiet a second. Did you get cut out?
Oh.
No, I thought you cut out. It sounded like you cut out for a second. Yes, I had those when I was little. Probably some people don't know what we're talking about.
So when Tabitha chucked the guy who had nightmares about them, chucked them in the lake, they just expand because of the water. Like,
yeah, they did.
Look them up if you don't know what they are. They're little capsules, and they have little spongy things in them. When you put it in water, the capsule dissolved, and then you got a little fun toy to play with.
Fun. I don't know why I'm remembering like dinosaurs. I remembered having dinosaurs, but yeah, they had different things. Those were fun. A lot of people probably don't know what we're talking about though, because we're older. I don't know. Some of you are.
I don't know if it has a name. I don't think there's a brand name for them. I think they're just.
I don't know, but they remind me of. It also makes me think of those. I can't think of what they're called, but they were brine shrimp. Is what they were. Sea monkeys. Yeah, it's kind of like that a little bit.
Oh my god! Is it giant sea monkeys?
Yeah, thank you, West of Westeros. You are very generous, and I appreciate all of that. But yeah, he's right. There's not many likes. Like it, people. We'll put you in the box if you don't. All right. Yes, Anon's one of the 6. You're right. Or maybe you're not talking about what I think you are. I don't know. Never mind. Forget that. I'm losing my brain. I'm still thinking about the who won the other giveaway. My brain was on that. Okay. So Ethan's bird died.
By the way, if we're going to talk about this later, Fletcher, I do have ideas about what you're talking about with the reincarnation stuff, and I'll get to it.
Yeah. Let's keep. We'll talk about the reincarnation stuff when we get there, because we're going to get really, really off track if we start talking about the jade stuff yet.
Yeah.
They still have them in Australia. Just Stacy says.
Oh,
They're
probably still have them.
Yeah, I didn't know they did. I know that there are, most of them were like flat foamy things, but there were some that were like more 3-dimensional too, I think. That I vaguely remember getting a long time ago too. Oh, thank you, Cyber Queen Media. I'm glad you enjoy my overlays. I go overboard on them sometimes, I think, but I enjoy doing them. I wanted Jade for tonight because he's the MVP, so I changed it because we've had Boyd up until today. So we got Jade now. All right, we will, like I said, we'll get to a lot of your questions or comments in the chat as we get to it, because we're not going to get otherwise through the episode, since we're like 5 minutes into it. So Ethan's bird dies. What did you think about that? Like, I don't even understand how the hell it died. Like, it had a broken wing.
It just had a broken wing. Ethan obviously killed it.
I guess, and like, I understand that the point is that, like, tears didn't work, but I don't know how it died.
They drowned it in the Lake of Tears because they put too much water on it. Yeah, it was really sad. It made the Lake of Tears seem like a nothing burger, and then it was like, and I thought the same thing you did. It only had a broken wing, right?
Yeah. Well, okay, so 2 questions. First of all, okay, so this, I would assume that this means Bill says the water killed it. It was too pure. Lake of poison, maybe. Fletcher says they drowned it, or Ethan drowned it. I think that this says it's not the Lake of Tears, right? I mean, that's to me what this says, and that's the point of it. And I said that last week, that I kind of wondered if the whole thing was just to tell whether it's Lake of Tears and whether it can cure people and things.
Yeah, it can't.
It can't. But the thing is he didn't even put it in the water. All they did was like drizzle water on the poor bird's head. Like, I don't understand that killed it. Unless it was ready to die and like he brought it all the way out there really just hoping you could save it. I don't know. It just was a little weird the way they did it, because it did make it sound like it was fine other than a broken wing, and they were going to try to heal the broken wing.
They killed it.
And then they killed it. But I don't think love you, gold job. I don't think though that means it's a nothing burger. Like, don't you think they're going to keep looking, or do you think that that's the end of it?
No, I just meant there was a whole lot of Lake of Tears, and you had hope that this was going to do something. Like, I had hope that if Donna happened to die, which I didn't think she was going to, that maybe they could resurrect her with the Lake of Tears, and it'd be really interesting to see if she came back right, or she was like zombie Donna or whatever. But instead, they just had a nothing burger. It was kind of like the bile bullets. It's like, here's the bile bullets. That didn't really do anything. Here's the Lake of Tears.
It's really interesting though if they have somebody die and bring them back that way, because that is a possibility the way they're talking. If they had a lake, we don't even know they have a Lake of Tears.
But I don't even know where there's another lake. Do you know where there's another lake or a source of water they could even go to?
I don't know. People are saying there's lake in the caves. I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about when they say that there's like water inside the caves. I've heard multiple people say that.
And I've heard theories about it, but I don't think there's been any shots of the series.
Okay, so they think there's water. Okay, because yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Thank you again, West of Westeros. Again, you're so generous, and I do really appreciate it. And I'm glad you guys are all getting along and having a good time. We will spin for the keychain that we have left. We'll do that, and when we hit the hour mark, we'll do one of those. Since we have 5, we don't want to wait clear till the end to do all 5 of the other ones. So technically we have 6, I guess, because we have 1 and 5. But we'll when we get to that point, we'll do the first one. So make sure you type #Scarecrow if you have not. We've only had, it says 9 people have entered. I'm going to refresh it and make sure it isn't just being stupid. Hold on. Because it sometimes doesn't seem to pick it up, and I don't know why. #Scarecrow. No, it's not. It's not refreshing. So 9 people have entered. Guys, you gotta keep in it. I announced the cameo already, Kimberly, a little bit ago. The cameo that we're giving away tomorrow is of Hannah Tarami, who plays, of course, Julie, and
Mhm.
we'll give that away tomorrow night. Which is
Did you see her Julie's book club? That was really funny.
yes, yes, yes. That was an awesome video. That was cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. Although it's still the wrong book. She should have been holding the other book, but that's,
Maybe they didn't have the other one at the time.
yeah, maybe. That's a good point. I don't know though. I don't know if they like wanted to annoy people or they thought that like nobody would pick up on it. I kind of wonder if they did it just to get people talking.
Yeah. I didn't know when they had done that. I didn't know they did that preseason and she just had those. So wouldn't it, ruin the
Yeah.
surprise of the other book?
Yeah, oh, that's true. I didn't think of that. That's true. Yeah, we only knew about that. Thank you, West of Westeros. Yeah, he sent me a picture. Hold on, I'm trying to open
Okay.
it of the talisman. These are then the full-size talisman, the ones that he's giving away. Where the hell did my folder go? Hold on. I'm like, I saved it and now I'm trying to find it. And I'm like, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? I will get it. I will get it. Hold on.
They killed the only other animal in the forest besides the crows, right?
Yeah, there is. Well, he mentions that the only thing
Spiders.
we've seen before is the crows. So
Yeah. Oh, and the
um,
dog, but the dog's not really a forest animal.
yeah, I wouldn't consider a dog a forest animal either. Hold on 1 second. Let me. Hold on. Sorry, I am so bad at doing multiple things at once. It never ends well when I try to do more than one thing at a time. Okay.
See if I
So,
sign in that I could be doing the chat while you're doing this.
yeah, I know. That's why we really do need to get you signed in to do this. And then we can. Why is it not? There we go. There we go. There's the picture of the
Yeah.
talisman that he sent me. So yeah, that one's a full-size talisman. That's not the keychain. So yeah. So make sure you enter. But yeah, we have 5 of those for tonight, and we have 1 of the keychain. All right. Let's see. We'll star that. We'll star that. But yes, I definitely need your help starring these. That's for sure. I am not great when there's that many. It goes fast. It can go really fast. But anyway, yeah, Ethan apparently killed the bird, or
Probably. He's evil.
a bird. Yeah.
They always start out with animals, Jamie.
They do. But look, he's taking it pretty well though. Like he didn't get up like super upset, which I kind of am a little bit surprised at, I guess.
Yeah, because he killed it with malice.
Yeah, I hope it was an accident. I know you think he's the man in yellow. I know you think
Yeah,
that.
that's fine. That's fine.
But
You don't have to leave it. I'm just saying there's clues here.
No, you're totally allowed to believe it. Let's see. Yes, B, it is not next week. We have a week in between, unfortunately, the episodes.
But we're gonna have a party in between, so you better come to the party.
Yes, we are going to have our party celebrating our channel. Thank you, West Westeros. You kind of have to be doing the stream though to be a co-host to do it. It's kind of hard otherwise to do it if you're not in there in the middle of it. But we'll see. To begin with, I can't even control that because this isn't my StreamYard. So that's why Scarlett isn't in there yet. We got to get it set back up again.
I was in there one time, but then it didn't work.
Yeah, and then you didn't have the computer, so it didn't end up working. But yes, we I should once in a while mention that too, and I don't always. I should. We do share our StreamYard with NDB Media, so you guys need to check out their channel as well. They're our sister network where this also streams through. But yes, it's theirs. As a Capricorn, I was so happy. Yes, Jade's safe word is Capricorn that he tells Boyd to use, which I don't know. What do you think there's like a reason for that? Like that they picked Capricorn? I know we're not quite to that yet, but
well, I know that's probably going to be like 1,000 theories, like over the next couple weeks about Capricorn. Like people are going to look up the astrological sign, look up the Tropic of Capricorn, just look up anything related to Capricorn to try to find some kind of clue.
No, I'm just wondering,
Jade could
like,
have been a Capricorn. He kind of looked up into the sky and said Capricorn. Maybe Toby was a Capricorn because he was thinking of Toby or his grandmother. You know, he
maybe.
loves to look at the sky and look at Capricorn.
I
He
was
likes
trying to think though, is
goats.
there another Capricorn though besides like that Capricorn that has to do with like astrology and everything? I don't know if there is. I was just wondering if maybe there was. I don't know. For some reason.
Outside. Well, I don't
Just in
know. I don't know.
general, like if there's another meaning besides the astrology symbol Capricorn. And,
I
and
said,
the and the star.
Tropic of Capricorn.
You said what? Oh, the Tropic of Capricorn. Yeah.
Capricorn. There's a Capricorn star magic, Capricorn star cluster in the sky.
There is star magic. There is star magic.
And then isn't the Capricorn like half goat, half fish, chap?
Who knows? Who knows?
Could relate to water, could relate to earth.
That's true. Just Stacey Lee says, is there a tarot connected to Capricorn? That you would know.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. There's your answer.
Well, all the cards are connected to different zodiac symbols, but I would have to look it up to really figure it out. But I can while you're talking, so.
Okay, thank you, Western says, don't waste time with the Capricorn lookup. We're the best. Does anyone disagree? I'm a Cancer, so yeah, I'm a Cancer. I'm not a Capricorn, not quite.
I'm a Capricorn, and I share a birthday with TV's Doug Hughes. Doug Hughes is my birthday twin. I'm a Leo.
Cool. Yes, that is really cool. Thank you again, Weston Westeros. Let's see. We will pull for the keychain in about 10 minutes, guys. So just hang in there. Okay, so Jade is starting his trip, and this is where he says it's a lot more direct than he expected. Yeah. What did you think about the sign? I thought that was so funny. I liked that.
That was great. I loved it.
Especially because there's so many questions like about the motel and comments on what, the star magic and everything. I thought that was pretty cool.
And, yeah, I feel like that's like a kind of a Jack Bender signature move. Like this is Jack Bender's time to shine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Oh, yes, you did correct this one, by the way.
Oh, I got a fun fact for everybody.
What's your fun fact?
Capricorn is represented by the Devil Tarot card.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. That's interesting.
Well, the devil isn't the devil in tarot deck. It's a symbol. It's not really.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, to me, it's maybe the man in yellow. I would guess.
Yeah, it could be though. It could be.
It could be. I'm trying to see. Didn't Jack Bender direct this episode? That's what I was.
Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. It's very Jack Bender in his prime.
Okay. Interesting.
And Pan.
And Jim is the hanged man. Yes, Jim is definitely the hanged man. Hello, big man, Lil Manny. Yes, please make sure you guys put hashtag scarecrow. We got a few more minutes, then we'll pull the first one. So yeah, his trip's starting. So let me ask you, because I know we were talking about this a lot in the watch party. Do you think he was already like having a hallucination? I mean, he was having a hallucination when this happened. That's not what I mean. Do you think that any part of his conversation with Boyd was real, or was it all part of the hallucination?
I think it was like the ones where, are you okay? Are you okay? And he said he was okay. It was probably just Jade sitting in a chair and Boyd saying, are you okay?
All right. Yeah, I could see that. That makes sense too. I, for whatever reason, and I said this in the chat too, since he makes a comment at the end, like you just went over to the window and then sat down, I kind of assumed that like this is where he started tripping and like he's seeing it wrong and he's actually over at the window and like up to this point it happened. But I don't know that that's the case. I just that was kind of what I automatically assumed. But I think a lot of people think the whole thing was. But you're right. He could be even sitting there. It could be any of them.
Because I think that Boyd. I think that's how you do a good trip, is that you sit down and you have somebody guide you and keep you, focused instead of walking around.
Yeah, that would have been a disaster, I feel like, if he really was. I'm surprised he didn't though. West of Westeros shares a birthday with Elvis and Alexander the Great. What's the name of the guy? I share a birthday with the guy that I can't for the life of me remember his name. That's on that was on not the regular NCI. I can't think of his name, NCIS, but the that other spinoff. Chris somebody that I can't think of his name. I don't know,
It's a lot of
but
spin-
I do have a birthday I share with that actor, and I will Chris O'Donnell. I remembered his name.
Oh, okay.
Chris O'Donnell. Yeah. Um. Yes. Okay. I am. Let's see. I am going to star that Cars. Uh. B says, I imagine Jay just sitting there staring out the window for hours and Boyd waiting for Jay to say something. I could kind of see that too. And that's funny, but I could kind of see that too. That's hilarious. All right, let's see. So yeah, this is the start of his trip, and he's like, there's the sign is kind of what he means. I love though when he goes, let's go, does he say something like let's go get weird or something like that?
Yeah, let's go get weird.
Yeah, that was funny when he said that. And I do not know where I'm at in my recap. I've lost it a long time ago. He starts seeing spiders, which I know you enjoy. I do not.
I think they're symbols of wisdom. I think they're leading Jade to the answers, even though it comes with a cost, as we say.
Yeah, I don't want to see spiders. Period. Although I will say, when they had them in the skull, they looked like really digital. So
Yeah.
I think everything
Oh well.
was. So
you can't have everything.
Yeah, but I'd prefer them to look fake because I don't
Yeah.
don't like spiders. Yes, that's what I was thinking of, Kelly. Thank you, NCISLA. I thought it was LA, but I couldn't remember. So Boyd follows him on his trip. That's a good picture of him there. And they go outside. And he's like, we're going this way. I wonder why the this way was on one side, though. I thought that was interesting. I don't know that it means anything, but I was kind of like, why did they put the this way where you can't see it, right? You couldn't really.
So you could have that nice reveal, that nice I mean, I'm impressed with the kind of upper overhead shots of this episode. Like when they came up over the lake, it was nice when they were on the beach, and then this one.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, the arrow kind of served the same purpose, but I think it looks cooler, I guess, is my point. Hi, Michael Massero. They're talking. I was trying to see, are we going to get to Sophia soon? Because they're talking about Sophia. I'm trying to.
I'm not sure.
Okay, we're almost at Sophia. No, because I'm trying to go in order somewhat, and I'm like going to get completely lost if I do that again.
Yeah.
This is where Sophia is getting her arm fixed. So we'll do that, and we'll go to some of the Sophia things. Sophia has him right once in the palm of her hands, and she's winning so far. Yeah, unfortunately, I think that she's I agree. I think she's winning, and that's not good for our people. That's not a good thing.
Yeah, I kind of got confused because I feel like she's almost like an influence around people, like a chaos influence. Like she's in the hall, and then all of a sudden, like Mari and Christy are yelling at each other, and Randall and Julie are yelling at each other, and she's like pitting all these people against each other just by her presence being there.
Yeah, she's creating a lot of drama, but I think that's what she wants is to get everybody hating each other, because they're also not trying to get out of there if they're busy hating each other, right? They're not doing anything. They're just fighting.
Yeah, because I would think that Julie would run to everybody and say she saw a man in a yellow suit, like running after her, eating a liver.
Yeah, that's why I'm like hoping at some point they say something about him, or Victor does, whatever. Because I feel like maybe if she knows that somebody else thinks it exists, then she'll know for sure, like it's real, and it'll make her tell people. Because so far she hasn't said anything. Lilu is talking about the knowledge thing and says the Baphomet can also represent forbidden knowledge. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Baphomet is almost in the devil card itself, like that same kind of image.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what Baphomet is. It's like a Knights Templar, like.
Yeah, now that you said that.
That has both male and female, like, body parts.
Yeah, we talked about it for something we did before. I do remember now. We had talked.
It's very popular. Very popular.
Do you think Sophia did the broken arm thing just to get in the same facility as Julie in the clinic? Huh.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's multifaceted because, first she, mentally torments Sarah with the whole thing, and then she falls, oh, victim, ow. And then she gets taken, she plays a damsel in stress, gets to take here so she can mess with some extra people she hasn't really fully messed with yet.
Yeah. I think I agree with you. I think
Because
it's
she's already messed with Sarah, and Sarah will go to her house and just sleep by herself and be tormented by the voices and Sophie's influence. But she can branch out from that now and go somewhere else and create more mischief.
yeah. Well, it helps with it works with everything. I think it helped on all those things. And you're not that old, Alex. I'm older than you are, so there you go. Uh, Sophie watching and listening to first Marielle and Christy, then Randall and Julie arguing. I'm wondering if she was causing those fights. What do you think about that? I hadn't even thought of that. That's actually interesting. What do you think about that, Scarlett?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Did you not hear what I just said? Her influence in the hallway was causing all this chaos to happen.
Oh, well, you said chaos. I didn't know you meant specifically their arguments. Okay, that's fair.
Like she herself, if she's put somewhere, her own like chaos
Okay,
and
I see
her
what you
own
mean.
willing to that her being the ancient, if she is the ancient being, but like her beingness herself, her entityness is causing people to fight because she's like a strifeful entity, you
Yeah,
know,
no, that makes sense.
just a chaotic entity that they're just going to start like tearing each other apart just due to her or his influence, its influence just being there.
No, I see what you're saying. I thought you just meant like in general she's trying to cause chaos. I didn't realize that's what you meant. But that makes sense. I agree. I think that she's definitely a bad influence on people. That's for sure. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let us, everybody, you got a few more seconds here. If you haven't put hashtag scarecrow in lowercase in the chat yet, do it now. We will pull the first one. Oh, again, thank you, West of Westeros. You're being so generous tonight. I really appreciate it. Post your favorite scene. His is is Kenny in the room this season. Yes, I like that from like last week. I agree. I really like that. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Sure you guys put hashtag scarecrow if you haven't. My favorite so far, and then Scarlett, you can say what your favorite is. My favorite is Donna's She Has Reasons from the first episode. That's still my I keep saying that because I think it's hilarious that she just doesn't even explain. It's like, nah, just no, she has reasons. What's your favorite so far?
My favorite one so far was this episode because the scene coming up with the, you know what I'm gonna say, the boulder with the violin on top of it made me laugh for like 5 minutes straight. I had to pause the TV and laugh because I couldn't get back to the episode because I kept coming up with jokes like, oh, you know, like even my boyfriend had a joke about like this boulder studies at Juilliard, and like, oh yeah, this rock is always like on the first chair of orchestras, you know, around the nation.
No, that's great. I love it. Yeah, I had not really, I don't know, it didn't strike me as that funny until you started saying it. But I also saw somebody said something like, I don't remember exactly the joke, but something like started out playing classical. Now he plays rock music.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah. He wants to rock. Yeah.
Rock Jade. You're right. All right. Let me.
And then I came up with a theory that the boulder was also a reincarnated version of Jade. So there were the 4 men, but there was also the Rock. It was like an older version, a really old version.
That's funny. I like Blitz says, I love the violin just chilling on the rock. Yes. Why did we have a violin on the rock? That was funny. It was silly, but it was funny.
Whoever did that, a set designer, prop person. I mean, I would love to give that person a high five.
Yes, it was great. It was great. And yeah, Boulder Jade, Dale Pool. There, yeah. Boulder. I like that. There's a lot of jokes. It was funny. I see B likes the there are reasons too. All right, I'm gonna pull one.
I wrote a song about that called "She Had Reasons." I'll play it for you sometime.
Okay,
Jamie.
cool. I was gonna say, unless you want to, you can do it while I'm spinning. Do a little song while I'm spinning. How's that?
While you're spinning, oh, yeah.
Or not? It's up to you.
Yeah, I could do a little. She had reasons while you're spinning. Sure.
Okay. This is for the keychain. This is for the one that we had left from the other.
Well, let me get it up so I can have it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got to do a share. Hold on, let me do a share screen. And also, this is only for people in the U.S. If you're not in the U.S., unfortunately, it will not work because the The store is the one that's is actually sending it, not me or Dieter. So hold on, I'm sharing it. There we go. I just did it that way. I figured that was easier. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready? Here we go. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Start your song.
Okay. Woman needs dirt. She had reasons. Julie's a flirt. She had reasons. Sophie's grab a tooth. She had reasons. Tilly's uncouth. She had reasons. Donna's breaking down. She had reasons. Judy's a clown. She had reasons. It keeps going, so I'll stop.
Well, you'll have to at some point. You'll have to play. We were spinning for the other talisman keychain MGM. We had another one left. You just missed it, but we're giving out more tonight. Thank you, Lozada. Congratulations. You have won the keychain. If you're not a member of the Discord, make sure that you join it so we can get your address from you, please, because this is why we had extra, because some people originally we didn't have their addresses, and then there were some things. So yeah, you've won one of the keychains. Congratulations. I'm going to hide that now. We have 5 full-size ones that we're going to be giving away yet tonight. Oops. Crap. Hold on. It's not hiding it. Why is it not hiding it? Hold on. That we're going to, I got it figured out, that we're going to be giving away yet tonight that are from World of Westeros, or West of Westeros, sorry, has donated as well. So keep hitting, keep typing in hashtag scarecrow lowercase, and we'll pull some more tonight for the full size ones. But that one was for the keychain. And again, hi Dieter. I was just gonna say that one was the one that Dieter had set up. It was the extra one we had left. So thank you to Dieter for that, and thank you to West of Westeros for the other ones we're going to give away. And we also have the cameo tomorrow of Hannah that will be given away tomorrow night. Hi Joyce, welcome. I don't know if it counts if you put emojis. I see you put a star or a heart in it. I don't know if that will screw up the entry. So just in case, I'd say Joyce, maybe say it again without that, just to make sure that it works. Hi Marfarone 3044. We got a lot of new people tonight. I'm curious where you guys came from. Are you a lot of you from Facebook, or because it just seems like we got a lot of new members? I know we got a lot of new ones on the Discord that are from Facebook. I'm laughing at what you just told me. Yes, yes. Just say yes, and we'll move on. Yes, because I'll start laughing too much. But yeah, we'll be doing the rest of the talisman. We'll give it out as the night goes on. I want to kind of spread them out and give everybody a chance to enter, but we'll pick some more in a little bit. Oh, well, I'm glad. Thanks, Blitz, for telling me. I feel like it never, or at least it feels like it's never recommending me, but I appreciate that. So thank you. Yeah, but we're really happy to have all the new viewers. We hope you're enjoying yourself, and please make sure that you guys subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision. We really, could use the subscribers, and always appreciate it. You're from Fromville. So yes, thank you everybody. All right, let's go back to the recap now, and then we'll spin again in a little bit. All right, so Sophia, yes, she is causing, I lost my thing there, is causing chaos everywhere, but they're setting her arm, and she's pretending it hurts, or pretending she broke. I assume she actually knocked her arm out of place, but I don't know.
Yeah, because double jointed. Should we just throw that sucker out?
Popped it up. Hi, Neo. Welcome. Oh, that reminds me. I am going to be tomorrow on Squawking Dead, although it's not live through YouTube, but it'll be up after that. And or not tomorrow. I'm sorry. Tomorrow's Monday. Tuesday. I never know what day it is anymore. I feel like, yes, it's one of those days. I feel like I'm always saying that, but it's one of those days. But I'll be on that on Tuesday. So follow Squawking Dead as well, because Neo has been on that. We've been talking about From. That is also another fun From show. All right. Fletcher said, I even believed in Sophia's fake pain. Well, Julia's a good actress, I guess. No, she is a good actress. But yeah, I think she popped her arm out. Lilu says, I think she likes the pain. Maybe. Likes causing pain to others, that's for sure, right? But to herself, I don't know. But yeah, she did a good job in that scene. All right. So then we have Marielle. What was the point of this? Was this just like to remind you what happened? I thought this was funny that she's walking out. She's like, I like your haircut. Like,
Oh, I
kind of,
loved it. I thought that was like kind of a deep cut joke. Like, I like your hair. It's funny because I felt like she was like, I like your hair. I wish I could have cut your hair. Why didn't you let me mangle your hair?
interesting. I had not thought of that.
Because Mari was the one that gave Christy the bad haircut that everybody didn't like, and I thought she was making a reference, or the writers were making a reference to it, that she didn't get to, cut Julie's hair.
I hadn't thought about that. That makes a lot of sense. Now I like it more. So thank you for that. No, it just seems like a throwaway line, but that actually makes sense. I had not thought of that. Amy said at least whoops, wrong thing. Said it. Geez, the chat keeps moving every time I try to put something up. Somewhere, Amy said. Oh, there it is. At least Sophia stopped calling the guide her daddy. Yeah, that was a little strange.
Yeah.
They did that.
But now she can't have a conversation about quoting the Bible,
Yeah. Well, yeah, whatever happened to that? Like they brought the Bible stuff in. We still haven't seen any actual physical
the Bible.
Yeah, but like you said, that's her. So I guess you think that's her. So I guess that works.
I think it's she's embodiment of it. But I mean, still, there was one in the car with her.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't showed up. Kay was surprised that Mariel didn't cut Julie's hair. Yeah, I kind of thought she would too. Like, it doesn't really matter, but I kind of assumed that was what would happen just because
she wouldn't do it herself. It's real straight for her doing it herself.
Yeah, I know, right? It's pretty good job there for that. Yeah. Kay says, I feel like the writers are talking to us sometimes. This scene is a great example. Yes. I do think a lot of times they do. I think that's why they earlier in the season, I agree with Kimberly when she said she thinks that's why they said the stuff with Randall and Julie is a joke. Yes. Yes, a bowl cut would have been funny, but that's Stranger Things bad haircut. No, that's bad haircut. Goldchild also says they're living through the unwritten chapters of the Bible. Well, it might be book 75, so maybe
74.
Oh, I know. I mean, they're in 75. Yes, I know it's called 74. I meant if they're in the unwritten. Oh, wait, the 74th one is the unwritten one, isn't it? Okay, never mind. Okay, I was thinking 74 was. Never mind. You're right.
I was thinking you were writing 75, and I was interested in what you had to say about it.
No, I was thinking that 74 was the one that actually existed, but that's why it's called that, is because that's the one that doesn't exist. Never mind. You're right. I was wrong. And Bill says 76. Don't confuse me even more, Bill. Don't confuse me even more. All right. So Mario goes in to get the brace for Sophia, and she gets trapped here. I don't know. How did you feel about this? I don't. She's not my favorite character, so I guess I didn't care for a lot of this stuff as much. I wasn't really as interested in this part of the story.
It kind of feels like it's not really going anywhere.
Yeah.
But maybe it is.
I don't know. We'll have to wait. I just feel like
I have some stuff to say about it later on, but I just don't feel like it's something that keeps happening about the same way, but it's I don't know where it's leading.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And I feel like we see people see things a lot of times, so it isn't like super. I don't know. I just didn't think it was that interesting, because it doesn't have to actually do with, or at least it doesn't appear to necessarily have to do with when they were in the chamber, like when she has the flashback. Like, maybe if they connected it more to that, I would like it a little more. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is psychological warfare. Whoa. That one said psychological warfare.
What was the other one?
Like, the chat moves every time I go to click something. Lilu says, was she thinking she was having a drug detox hallucination? I assume that she thought the town gave her the hallucination, but I don't know. Cyborg Cremated says, I feel like there'd be more likely to be a banned book, like the Book of Enoch. Maybe. I still think there's a lot of book references in this show, right?
Yeah.
Ah!
What?
Seriously.
Are you
No,
okay?
no, I'm just laughing because every single time I click on something or click off of it, like I put something else up by mistake because it keeps moving. I'm glad it's moving, guy. I'm very happy you guys are all chatting. It's just it's funny. I'm not good at clicking, I guess. Like click crooked. I don't know. Because I keep missing the one I'm trying to click on. All right. Let's see, what time is it? 1:15. We've been down an hour and 15 minutes. When do you want to like it an hour and 30? We'll pull another one.
Sure. Sounds good to
Just
me.
trying to stretch them out through the night so we get them all. We'll do
Sounds good.
in like 15 minutes for those of you that are still around. You know what? I just realized though. Hold on one second, because if I don't do this now, I'm going to forget. I'm going to close my window. I need to write down, not write down, but mark down
Yeah.
the winner so I do not forget, because I don't lose it when I close out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So they find the anything for freedom starship. What's Starship launches Tuesday? Is that a show or is that a thing? I'm not sure. Starship. I was thinking that was like the For All Mankind thing, but I don't think it is. Oh, it means the actual Starship. Okay. It must mean an actual launch then.
Oh.
Never mind. Actual launch is on Tuesday. So once again, Jamie says something really stupid. So just ignore what I said. There's an actual another launch going on that they're talking about. It's on Tuesday. I was thinking of Star City. I was thinking of the For All Mankind thing. That's why.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was thinking, Starship sounds wrong. Yeah. Okay. Just ignore my stupidity for right now. Okay. So we see the cauliflower kids that aren't made of vegetables, that are made of material. They're creepy though. They are creepy, right? I mean, they're silly, but they're creepy. And
Yeah, it looks like weird interpretive art.
yeah, it does.
Art installation.
Yeah. I don't know. The fact that they're wearing people's clothes kind of freaks me out more, and that's stupid because they're life size. Like, of course they are. But I mean, I thought like maybe they were gonna take it. Like, I feel like if this was like a really like scary horror movie, like they would have been dressed like them, right? That was what I thought they were gonna say, like, oh my god, the clothes look like such and such, but no. Just I guess I was just hoping for
The clothing doesn't even look like they were when they were smaller dolls. So I don't know what's up with that.
No, I think I'm assuming that, I don't know. I don't know why they were dressed. I assumed that like somebody dressed them before they put them in there, but why would they? Unless they had like replica private parts.
But what I got for the episode was that just Tabitha's, like, somebody else in her village didn't like them and threw them in the lake, and then they became this.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. So I'm not sure what the heck the clothes are about, because you're right. The dolls didn't have.
They go on the shore every once in a while and get some clothes and then go back into the lake.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know what the point of that is. Maybe somebody has a better idea of what it's about. Bliss says, I figured out it was shoving a rock down his throat because they filled them with rocks. Half. Though that could be what he was doing, though. I don't know, but that's possible. Whether you're half joking or not, that actually kind of makes a weird sense, doesn't it?
You can't really tell because his arms just down his throat, and you can't really tell.
Either way, it's creepy. Whether it's real or not, or what he's doing, it's so creepy.
I don't think Roger thought it was great.
No, Roger didn't enjoy that at all. I don't think any of them enjoyed that, but most of all, Roger. So Donna is cutting open the dolls, which
good knife work, good knife skills,
and good knife skills. Yeah. Well, hey, she used to hunt, right? So she knows how to cut open a nail. I really appreciated this because I feel like that would have been probably some people's question, maybe even my question, like, what if there's something inside them?
Yeah.
So I like that she's like, I'm going to cut them out, make sure that they're okay.
Yeah, at first I thought she was just going to stab it to make sure it was dead.
Yeah, no, she cut it open, pulled the shit out. Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier, MGM, that maybe they were pulling his liver out. Let's see. I was gonna say we do have. Had been storing the chat. I need to make sure that I do check out the chat when we get to those things that I start. All right, so she pulls a bunch of stuffing out of it. But this is where she says that the only reason I can think of that people would put life-size dolls full of stuffing outside, there's only one reason. And Ethan says because of scarecrows. And she says, when you put scarecrows in the field to scare the crows away, why would they put them in the lake? Like, is it possible it's to keep something down there from coming out? So, yeah, that's kind of what I guess when she said that, like, I kind of thought too that it was like keeping something else away, not that they were actually the bad things. I mean, we know that's not entirely true. We know and knew because of the trailer, right? But I mean, like watching it, not knowing it, I had thought before I had seen that, I had thought that because that's what they are, like scarecrows, and we've been obviously calling them scarecrows.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that there isn't something still down in the lake.
There could be. You're right. I mean, maybe Nessie's down there, but no, you're right. There could be.
That's because Lulu's lies dreaming.
Yeah. MGM says maybe it was ripping out his guts like Donna was ripping out the guts right there. Didn't you?
Maybe.
Well, you know what? She did kind of use her hand, right? Because she pulled the stuffing out. Yeah, could be that then too. That actually makes sense as well, MGM. So it could be either of those reasons. I don't know that we'll ever find the reason, but it's gross either way. Donna might have been a Girl Scout, maybe, but she also cut up
the huntress.
Hunted, yeah. Whoops. All right. I'm gonna store Michael's comment there. Okay. So there we have the creepy ass dolls in all their glory. And before they go back, I didn't mean to do that. Before they go back, they're gonna put them back. So that way they can't they hopefully will, protect them from whatever the hell it is that is their idea. But I don't know. Like I said, I kind of question that they put them back in the water, but didn't take them out to the middle of the lake. Like I feel like the middle of the lake was a big part of it, right? But I guess they would have had.
Yeah, I thought maybe somebody would wade in there, and then they didn't.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's the only thing is somebody would have had to swim there. Like who would have done that, right? They would have had to
Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Well, look, Roger's the one that pulls him up, and then Roger doesn't want to help pulling him in. Like, he's
doesn't care.
Uncool. Like, pull him in. Help them at least. It was your idea in the first place, kind of, right? Let's see. I'm going to start Stacy's comment there when we get to the nightmare stuff. Thank you. Yes, please, guys, make sure you like the video and subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision while you are here. We only have, I can refresh it. That's why I have my window open. We have, let's see. Hold on. The window isn't working. We have 47 people live, at least in Facebook. Yeah, we have 48 people, and we only have 36 likes. So you have not all liked it yet. So please click like on the video. It helps us out a lot, guys, and it is always appreciated. All right, so Jade Strip. He's hallucinating still, thrown up. I don't think I got a picture of him thrown up, but he's thrown up. Not that we needed a picture of him thrown up.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't need that.
But yeah, thanks for coming, Cyborg Queen Media. We will
thanks, Kelly.
Be doing something together soon with you for From. So we will talk to you soon. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that clicks like, and also, even comments, even after the chat. If you guys comment, like an actual comment, it helps too, because it still helps the algorithm. But at least I know I'm doing something right with the algorithm if some people are finding it through YouTube. So that's a good thing. So he is Wait, hold on. I want to click on this because I want to go back here and look. Blitz says the dress in the middle Scarecrow is wearing looks similar to the one in the man in yellow's briefcase when we first saw it in the cave. It's white. I don't know. I really can't tell. Did you get I
can't really tell. So much seaweed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There's kind of a lot of seaweed. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Um, it looked like to me what was in the case looked like a wedding dress. That's what I always thought,
Yeah,
but
that doesn't look white to me. That looks like orange with like lighter, like an orange print at the top by the face,
yeah, I don't know. But it doesn't
or
look.
else
But
it's blood.
yeah, I know, that's what I was just gonna say. But the only
Uh,
thing is, we don't know exactly what that thing in the suitcase was either. Because, like, I'm saying it looked like a wedding dress, and clearly that's not. But that was like what I thought it looked like. That doesn't mean it was. So
yeah,
it's definitely white. I'll give you it's white, but
yeah.
it does look like it has a print or blood or something at the top of it. Um, I don't know if they show that one. If that's one of the ones they show close up at the end of the episode, we'll have to
Yeah,
look.
I'll have to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Megan had a doll. Megan did have a doll. I know like people were saying that early on.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
More
Oh,
dolls.
Megan. Poor Megan.
Yeah. The one on the right is wearing plaid. I don't think they had plaid. Yeah, I think that somebody like townspeople redress them. I just don't know why.
Yeah,
I
they might just go through every cycle. They might have been on the 1978 cycle. They might just come out of the lake each time and get clothes, walk
maybe.
around. Flamey McFlame Arms goes out and get some clothes for the rest of them.
You know, though, what I'm kind of thinking, like, I have this weird, wacky thought because I keep saying about the clothes. Like, the clothes keep tripping me up. Like, I feel like it's weird that they have clothes. And then I was thinking, like, could these be also? And I mean, I know they're supposed to be like from that guy's nightmare, but what if they were like life-size voodoo dolls? Because I'm thinking of like how she stabbed it with the
The pin, yeah,
yeah, it's kind of like a pin, right? And I'm
yeah.
just thinking, do any of these have like, are any of their clothes like the people? Is my question. Because
Uh-huh.
when you said plaid bee, it made me think of Henry, and I'm like, oh no, I hope that doesn't mean
Oh,
Henry's
no,
gonna
yeah.
stab it or something. But I don't know. I keep getting hung up on the clothes for some reason, but maybe it's me. Uh, does seaweed grow in lakes? I thought it only grew in the sea. That's a good question. I have no idea, but that's a good question. I don't.
There's all sorts of plants that grow on the bottom of like
Yeah, it's
salt
muck.
water.
Maybe it's just muck, and um, it's
Mm.
not actually that. Um, okay, let's see. I'm trying to star some of these here. Okay. So, yes, Jade is still hallucinating, and he says that he's not directing it right. And he says to show me what I can't, he wants to know what he can't remember, is to show me what can help us leave or something to that effect. And then
Mhm.
he hears the violin playing. Boyd doesn't. And we see his younger self there, which I still think this is funny. I know because when we did the breakdown, when we did the breakdown on the original trailer, we're like, that looks so much like Vigo. And then when I watched it, I'm like, that's because it is Vigo. But
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny as soon as I
You
found
know,
that
I
out.
was so happy that he got a pretty big role in this episode
Yeah, he
because
did.
I thought he was only going to be in the one scene. I thought that Jade would trip and he would go into the cave and he would see his younger self. Now in the past, I had this whole idea that Brick was Toby, and he'd relive his childhood around the time when he met Toby and all that. But that wasn't Toby. But I thought he was like going to be just in that one scene. So I'm glad he got it. He kind of got to be like a white rabbit that Jade followed around through the whole episode,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland thing.
Yeah. Yeah. He was like his spirit guide or whatever. I think you said that
Yeah,
earlier. Um,
yeah.
when he helped him around. And for anybody that missed the announcement earlier, we're going to be talking to Vigo on Wednesday. So you can leave questions for him in the submit questions part of Discord to ask him about this episode. And we will get them to him, and that will be posted at some point towards the end of the week because it's going to take me a couple days to edit it, but that one is not live. Hi, Lori. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you check out Real Cinema Therapy as well. And yes, this was a great episode. I really love this episode. It's got a lot of crazy shit going down, right? All right, guys, it's about time to do another spin. If you haven't already, for those of you who just joined us, make sure you put hashtag scarecrow in lowercase letters into the chat, and we will spin for a Thank you, Neo. Appreciate that. We will spin for one of the full-size talisman, and this again is coming from West of Westeros, who is donating these, who will be sending them out. But you guys do have to join our Discord so you can send us your address. You can either send it to me or him, except for the first one, which was Lola Lazada 449. You either need to send me or Dieter your address. I hope they are still in the chat and did actually see they won, or we're going to still have another one. Hi, Osram, welcome. So that's what happened. Like we're waiting and like got to get them all sent, all together at once. So we need to get them all out. So yes. Okay. Send it to me. Yes. So make sure you join Discord. If you're not a member, if you want to actually get a chance to win this stuff. And yes, it's already pinned there. That's what I was saying. Okay. All right. I will do Hi Summer Girl V right in time to enter. Okay, Amy. It does have, you do have to be in the United States. Or no, wait, this isn't the other one. I don't know. You'll have to ask, actually you'll have to ask Alex. I don't know where you're sending it, but so the other one was only United States. This one I'm not sure. Okay, let me put the giveaway tool back up. All right, let me
get my lyrics back up.
Okay, there, it's international. So I know Ash was asking earlier. I don't know if Ash is still there. If not, maybe tell Ash that the other ones they can enter for to win the full size talisman, because he said he'd send it international. So very nice of you. Thank you for that, West of Westeros. All right, let's see. Yes, Lori, Real Cinema Therapies from Live is on Wednesday. It's nice. Our stuff doesn't overlap our from stuff. She has with Jen on her channel. So check that out too. And her video is coming out. Well, I'm not sure which character it's on, but her other video is coming out too. All right. Hold on a second. This is not easy to keep switching. It's a pain in the dupa.
Oh my God.
There's a picture of the talisman. Okay. I will put the spinner on again. Okay. That's for the keychain. We're doing the new one. All right. Now I'm going to draw. It says 24 people. We got more people. Okay. You ready? This is for the full size talisman.
Tabby wants a tree. She had reasons. A custom trifle. She had reasons. Sarah took a knife. She had reasons. Ginger died. She had reasons.
Bill Chill. Yay. Congratulations, Bill.
If I had my bell, I should have got my bell. It's downstairs.
Although then you'll give me a headache, so maybe not.
Oh.
You can play your goat if you have your goat, but
my goats are broken, man. They're broken.
Oh, yeah, you have to get it.
They need new batteries. The goats need new batteries.
All right, congratulations, Bill. Make sure you get your address to me. Just DM me in Discord, and I'll make sure that Alex gets it. All right, so I need to now hide that and put the picture back up. Where did it go? All right. Yes. So we'll pull again in a little bit. I don't know. I'm trying to kind of keep it random, but kind of not, so people get an idea when we're going to do it. But at the same time, you have to kind of watch to find out. To make it a little better. And don't forget, we're giving away the Hannah Charami cameo tomorrow from our anonymous donor. So make sure you tune into our review show at 10 o'clock Eastern for that. All right, back to the recap here. All right, so Jade is talking to his younger self here, to Vigo. I'm going to just say Vigo because I'll probably keep thinking that. Yes. And about the hallucination, this isn't the one he wanted, that's for sure. He says that that what he had forgotten was when he was 12, the day his grandmother died, that she asked him to play his violin. So he played and he played because he knew that if he stopped, like he kind of had to accept she was gone because he had known that she had passed. So he just kept playing as long as he could. That's really sad.
Some great acting from David Alpe here. It teared me up.
Yeah, no, it did me too. Of course, it also made me think of my grandma, but yeah, it's he does do really good in that scene. No, B. I don't know. I thought B's asking, does anybody know what the song was?
I don't
I
know.
I don't know because I assumed he said about recognizing it, I thought it was going to be the lullaby, but it didn't sound like it, and I didn't know if I just am so bad at music I didn't know it, but I didn't recognize it either, so I don't know.
I
Um,
was assuming it would be the song he was playing for his grandmother, but I don't know what that is.
yeah, maybe it's just what that was supposed to be. I don't know. See, the thing is, the way he made the comment about like, why are you playing that? I'm not sure if he just meant like, why are they playing music or why are they playing that in particular?
I thought
But
that was that in particular song
that is what
because
it sounded like. Yeah.
yeah,
Fletcher says he didn't want her gone, so he just kept playing and playing, kind of mirroring the cycle aspect in this show, cycle after cycle. True. And it didn't sound like the lullaby. I didn't think it was. So yeah, I don't I guess it was not. So I don't know, but if anybody figures out what it is, let us know, please.
could be a piece just made for the show.
It could be. It could be. Um, Hi, Crazy James. Welcome. I know you were in our watch party a little bit last night. Welcome. Trying to see how many people we have. All righty. Okay, so that's what that's about, why he sees him. And then he sees this guy, which I don't know if you had seen what I was yeah, you did because you answered me. I didn't know that he was Colonial Man. I didn't know that that was his name, but that's what they name him in.
It's probably not his actual name, Jamie.
Yes, I know it's not his actual name. Thank you. I meant I didn't know that's what they were calling the character. I don't
Or
know. I just
the last name man.
well, no, I said that because I know you had said before that they had hired a colonial woman, and it made me wonder if it was connected. But
Her name's probably Colonial Woman too.
yeah,
So I don't know these characters are gonna have names.
probably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We probably will never know it. That's my guess.
It just wasn't the casting call for the season. There was a like a colonial woman, and I think in her 60s. So
Yeah.
I was just kind of theorizing maybe she made the first talismans or something like that, and then future Storywalker Julie finds out how to make them or something, and then leaves them her void or something like that along those lines.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but I automatically thought maybe it was the version of Tabitha, but if in the 60s, definitely not. Because Tabitha isn't, I assume they'd be the same age. Not necessarily a version of Tabitha couldn't be in her 60s, but
Well,
that
see, the
that
thing is with the timeline, I thought this was like 1506. I guess this is the 1800s from Jade's timeline for the first episode.
I yeah, I don't know. It's from his timeline, but you know what? I kind of question too, though. Like
Yeah,
a lot of times people play like different ages, right? Like it is possible that like he's older than he looks or something. I just don't think he's 60, but I'm just saying I guess it's possible, but I'm still kind of doubting that the colonial woman is Tabitha. Um
well,
sorry, B.
it could be because it doesn't, her reincarnated souls could be any age, you know.
Yeah, true. But yeah, it's the colonial man is what it's called in there.
Mm.
Um
Oh, Skull Guy.
yeah, skull guy. Well, that's true. Let's see. Nightmares. I'm scanning through the stuff I stored to make sure I remember to go to it, but I think
Yeah.
it's all about stuff that happens later still because I got a lot of your stuff stored.
Mm.
Um MGM says it's not clear whether Tabby's original incarnation or some other evil townie from the original cycle. I don't know. David. Hi, David. They confirmed this is just 4 of many Jades. It's possible this is the last 4 failed cycles. Ooh,
Mm.
that's interesting. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, that could work. Because you do have to question, like, why did he see these 4, right? Like,
Yeah.
why these ones?
It's the particular ones. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said the dates of the lighthouse would be 9 cycles, but there'd be more than that as well. I'm sure there is a lot more. I don't know how many, but he did say, yeah, actually, we know there's more because Mini Jade said there was more. When did Jade start seeing this dude? Was it when that girl was stuck to the tree? I don't
Hmm.
know, but it was back in season 1. He saw him. I know he started having the hallucinations whenever he had the hallucinations whenever he was helping Jim with the radio, but I don't know if it was before.
I think the Colonial Man, wasn't he in the second season? Because I know the Civil War soldier was from.
Oh, maybe you might be right. Yeah, I don't know, Kay. I'm not sure. I'm not good at remembering, particularly when something
I'm trying
happened.
to look it up to see, but
yeah, let me know if you. I honestly don't know, but MG was right. We did see him nailed to the tree, and then we saw him drinking. Oh, there. So we saw him drinking the skull at the bear trap with Christy. MGM said,
Yeah.
"Is that the first time we've seen him?" So then I guess it is season 2. So
Yeah.
I would say then. And wait, but you know what? The one who got stabbed in the head was season 2 too, though, because she was from the bus, right?
Well, the bus came at the end of season. Oh yeah, I guess maybe. Yeah.
I get so confused with the timeline. I can't always remember.
You're confusing my timeline. I'm gonna have to try.
All right. Osrod said it was when he went to the settlement with Dale. So yeah, that was that was season 2, right? Oh God, I don't know, guys. I am not the person to remember episode. This is what I said. Like I swear, like as I get older, my short-term memory is shit. But my long-term memory for some reason is still there because we watched X-Files last night. I could still pull almost that entire episode, which is really sad. I know this is really sad. That's something I watched like 20 some years ago. I still know like all the lines from it, but I can't remember what the hell day of the week it is anymore, guys. Now.
I just found a list of all the inhabitants of Colony House, so I can use that for trivia. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, now we have to add. You need to add the red shirts too to the list when we do red shirt trivia.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do Ankui Kids trivia, so you can guess which Ankui kid, which number did what.
Which Ankui kid, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks. And yes, that is thank goodness for the internet. Brian and Kelly was season 2. Okay, so it was season 2 then. That Brian and Kelly came, and when they went to the settlement, though, was that 2 or 3? Them going to the settlement was 3. So, yeah. So if that's the case, because the settlement was 3, right? That was season 3.
Well,
Dale
let's go ahead.
Am I right? I think. So I would say then that was after Kelly, I think. I don't know.
I'm gonna be looking through Jade's history and see when he's seen these people.
Yeah. My stream is behind. Someone won the giveaway. Yes. Thank you, Dieter. And yes, the I don't remember what I said to you. Whatever I said earlier, the person won the Lozado won the keychain, and the other one was for the full size one. To answer that. All right. Back to this. We'll pull for another one in a little bit. All right.
Because I know with Jim and the Tree, it was the Civil War guy who was following him.
Yeah.
And him.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think it was a Civil War guy. So, yes.
But I'm getting information about that like other guy because you can't really find it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not the person to ask what episode something's in. I did though find the Rock guy to compare. I don't remember who told me, but somebody said they wanted to me to compare it, so I'm going to do that. Yes, everybody thought Donna was going to die in this one, and I think something happened, and I'm always like, ooh, squirrel, because I got sidetracked. I think I was about ready to earlier to say something about Lori's. She was saying it was for an episode 5 review, and I was going to say that, and then I got completely sidetracked on something else. But her video I was asking her about earlier for episode 5. All right. So yeah, we see this guy, and he is telling Jade to drink the blood. And Mini Jade, Baby Jade, whatever you want to call him, was telling him not to do that. Yeah, what I'm assuming, wouldn't you agree that like when he told him not to do that, I'm thinking he probably should listen to him, right?
Yeah, but then at the same time, it's full of spiders, which I think is wisdom. I think he's cautioning him against knowledge comes at a cost.
Right, fair.
What he's going to learn is going to, he's going to take a risk, but his little child self doesn't probably want him to take the risk.
That's true.
He had a lot of fear when he was younger, so, he probably wouldn't want to do it then.
That makes sense. But let me ask you then, do you think something's going to happen now that he got this knowledge?
Well, hopefully he'll do something with it.
No, I mean, do you think something bad's going to happen if it comes at a cost? Yes, I
Well,
hope
they're
he does.
gonna try to murder him eventually. It
Okay,
seems.
that's fair.
It
That's
seems.
yeah, no, that's fair. I just meant like specifically. I didn't know if you had something in mind or not. Um, let's see. Wait, David said we all guessed they were past Jades even during season 3, but I didn't think to look at the fact they were all murdered and then connected to the massacre and how it happened when
Mm,
Tabitha dies, because the massacre happens when Tabitha and Jade die. Like, I don't know how to say that. Aiken. They are angry. They are
mm.
collateral damage.
You remember H and Sin from earlier on the?
I remember us talking about it, but I don't know if I pronounced it right. Um, yeah, I feel like a lot of us did figure out that these were Jade
Yeah.
before, but
Mm,
I still consider this answers because it's still like confirming things, right? Like we think
yeah.
a lot of things. We have a lot of theories. We think our theories are right. It doesn't mean they
Mhm.
are. So I still consider it
Right.
an answer. But I feel like there was also kind of this thing of maybe it was Elgin because of the whole eye. And I
Mhm.
know there's like a lot of eyes missing or,
Yeah.
cut or whatever. And just like there's a lot of cuts on people's foreheads, we've talked about.
Yeah, it kind of throws out that theory that I really like, that the Civil War soldier and Bacta and Elgin were all related. Like their whole generation of people went in and out of Fromville. So that kind
Interesting.
of throws that a little bit, a screwdriver into that to coin a
A
phrase.
screwdriver, yeah. Well, it made me think though, I feel like the whole like spike through his eye, at least in this case, I'm not saying that the eye stuff or the forehead stuff isn't important, but I feel
Yeah.
like in this case it was a red herring because it was Jade and it's not really important other than the fact somebody murdered him. It doesn't matter how they murdered him, really. I don't think. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Through the eye, it seems like it's very symbolic.
no, but yes, but I mean, the point they're trying to make is that he gets murdered. I don't think the mode of murder necessarily changes what they're trying to tell us. But you're right; it could be important. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, I guess we'll have to find out. Yes. Okay, I'm going to
With the
start
interview.
that. Start that. Whoops, wrong thing. I did not mean to do that. We observers need Jade to drink that shit. That is true. That is true. Um. Okay. I am, let's see. Every time we see Jade with his past reincarnations, they're attempting to kill the current Jade. OG one eye trying to choke current Jade. Civil War soldiers shooting at current
Yeah.
Jade,
Mhm.
screaming. See,
Like
I don't,
even his past selves try to kill him.
yeah,
The boulder that is Jade tries to kill Jade.
yeah, but I kind of wondered if like it had more to do with like them trying to get him to remember how he died or something. But I
Mm.
guess, yeah, I don't know. That was what I had originally thought, but now I'm not so sure. I'm really not. So,
Yeah.
okay, so he says, drink it.
Mhm.
Drink the blood. Actually, he doesn't say drink it. He says Ankui.
Cooey.
Ankui.
Yeah, exactly. Which means drink the blood and still remember. It's all in the tone.
Yes, that's the whole plan, right?
Yeah, this guy appeared in season 3, so I don't know if he appeared in season 2. He probably appeared in season 2, and then he was like, you know, they had the rail through his eye to the tree on the other one.
Yes, yes, he was. You're right. He was attached to the tree. That's why they're connecting it with Kelly too. Why
Yeah,
earlier they were talking about Kelly.
yeah.
Kay says, I think figuring out how they were killed and why they were killed in that way is very important. It
Mhm.
very well could be. We won't know until we find out how exactly they were killed. I mean, look, I'm going to say that guy, now that I think about it, was probably killed with a railroad spike to his eye. That probably killed him. I
Yeah.
don't think
Yes, most likely.
we need to have much discussion over that. And I'm going to guess that Christopher, like his neck was sliced, but like specifically, who killed them in that, I don't know.
So do you think like he followed the standard Christopher line, like they were gonna try to save the kids and then he flipped and he went nuts and then he tried to kill the kids and then the humans killed him because he was killing kids, or some human killed him because of that flip?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this implied that they'd killed them just because they blamed him. But could he have
Uh,
tried to do that and went nuts like him? Yeah. I mean, he definitely that could have happened and that could
or
happen.
he didn't want to kill the kids, because I would think the don't the humans want to kill the kids? So if he stood in the way of killing the kids, then they would kill him instead.
Well, I don't know. I took it more just to mean that because like the whole thing with the kids had to do with them, that they were blaming them for them being stuck in the town, not necessarily specifically like,
Mm,
do you know what I mean? Like I get what
yeah.
you're saying. That was the only way I thought of it. I didn't think that deep about it. I just
Mhm.
thought of it like they're to blame because they didn't fix it. And because they are the ones that see the visions, they're the ones responsible was more
Yeah.
where I was going with it.
Yeah.
Um, Fletcher says, I think Miranda killed Christopher, and every cycle Tabitha kills
Uh-huh.
Jade, remembers what OG did. Ooh,
Mm.
that's interesting. I like it, Fletcher. I like it. Ah, dang it. I did it
This-
again.
Well, they said that's it. They said that Tabby even had it worse, so I don't even know what was coming up to her, for
Yeah,
her.
yeah. Yeah, we don't know what happened to Tabitha. Well, I mean, or not Tabitha. We don't know what happened to her incarnate. I mean, we know that Miranda, now that I think about it though, couldn't that even just be what he's saying is worse? Like Miranda was ripped apart and eaten.
Eaten,
But I
maybe.
guess that may be what we know of, but that's still kind of worse than it seems like what happened to them. So I
Hmm.
don't know. All right. David, I am gonna store that and come back to that when we get to the coffin scene. So we're not too far off from where we're going, because that's a lot far from where we are. And we will never get back to this if we start talking about that scene now. Just like I know there's still some more things you guys said that were about the other Jades and stuff, but I'm waiting till we get more to that to go through the rest of them. So we're at least moving. We're at least keep moving because we've been here almost 2 hours and we're not even halfway done. So you want to pull another name? Since I'm busy talking, we might as well stop, I guess, and pull another name. Let's pull another name.
Let me go to my lyric sheet.
Yeah. Let me get this out. All right, we will pull another name. If you have not put hashtag scarecrow in the chat yet, please do it now. Bill, you already won. You can't win another one. Oh, I'm just
Dare you?
but yes, you and run.
Does it not do that? It automatically doesn't do that.
Actually, you have to hit it at the beginning, and I did not hit. You can't win two, so there's a possibility it might come up again. I don't think it is, but if it would, yeah, you can
Yeah.
only win one. That's fair. No, you guys can keep tagging. It's just it doesn't necessarily help to enter more than once because it only pick one. Okay, so let me
That's a
turn
good
it.
story you got, Jamie.
It is. He's barfing the blood. He's barfing the blood. All right, we'll draw again.
Woman needs dirt. Has reasons. She doesn't flirt. She had reasons. So if you grab a tooth, she had reasons. Till he's uncouth. She had reasons. Down is breaking down. She had reasons. Trudy's a clown. She had reasons. Tabby wants a treat. She had reasons. Acosta tries to flee. She had reasons. They're in 4 quadrants. I get to stop in the middle.
Congratulations, B. I think though B already won a talisman, didn't you? Well, this is a different.
No, she won a
Still,
cameo.
oh, she won a cameo. You're right. She did win a cameo. I was thinking she won a talisman too. Okay. Well, then congratulations, B. You're extra lucky. You won two things then. I was thinking for some reason oh no, she said she did win one. I thought she did. That's why I wasn't sure. Okay. All right. We'll draw again. Because I do think probably you don't I don't know. Maybe you need multiple talisman, but thank you. Yeah.
Tabby wants a tree. She had reasons. Acosta tried to flee. She had reasons. Sarah took a knife. She had reasons. Ginger died. She had reasons.
Sorry, I know you're singing. Okay, Big Manny, Little Manny, Little Manny. Congratulations, you have won a talisman. Just make sure you join our Discord and message me your address so we can get it to you. And if you are not, I'm wondering, maybe we should do something like if you're in the chat, like you have to say something for the answer. Because the only thing I'm thinking is like, I don't know if these people are still in the chat.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I hadn't thought of. And I do not know this person. They're new. I just want to make sure we can get their address. So does anybody know if they're still in the chat? Hopefully. I will mark down.
Still in the chat.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't think of is I said you had to be here, but I didn't think, how do I find out if somebody's actually still in the chat? That was a dumb thing to do.
You asked for them to post something in the chat.
Yeah, I know, but I should have said that at the beginning is what I meant.
Yeah.
There, I copied it, so I have it. Yeah, that's what we'll have to do from now on. At some point, we'll have to make sure they like post before the end of the night so we know they're there. And then we will. That way we know. Well, it is kind of long, Fletcher. I mean, I hope everybody stays too, but you never know. If you want to give people a chance who are here now, use it. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, we could do that. Hold on. Let me unhide that. That is a good point. Okay. B said, I think they're gone. Well, I put their name down. We'll give them a chance and see if they come back for the end of the night. And if not, we'll pull another one. But yeah, that might be the best way to do it. Let's start it as a different giveaway, like do a whole new one. And that way we're not getting all the people.
You can do a different hashtag for it.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to do. How do I get back? I got to hit back. Okay. We'll choose a live stream. Okay. I do think that's a good not a hashtag. Oh, that isn't what you meant. Well, now I exited out and I can't get it back. So now we got to do a different hashtag because I lost it. Wait, let me see. Maybe not. It might work if I put it back in again. Let's see what happens. If it doesn't have as many entries, we'll do another one because it means it's screwed up. Nope, it's screwed up. Okay, we got to start a different hashtag. Sorry, guys, my fault. Yes, mushrooms. There, I saw the mushrooms. Okay. So we will do mushrooms. If you don't do it yet, I haven't done it yet. Hold on. Give me a chance to put it in.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody hashtag mushrooms. We'll do if we start over, maybe we'll do ragdoll next time. Let's right now do mushrooms. Yeah, I know what you meant, Dieter. That's my fault. I misunderstood what you meant until after I said it, and then all right. So everybody put hashtag mushrooms in the chat so it picks up your entry. And that way, at least it's new, like people that are in the chat now, at least. Oh, Fletcher, you're funny. You're right. That is what I said. That did sound bad.
Get your mushrooms ready. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just draw it right now. I'll give you guys a couple minutes, put mushrooms in the chat, and we'll do one right away once we get so many entries. Why not? Right? Because you guys are the ones listening and paying attention. So why not? But yeah,
I'm looking at like what episodes of Colonial Man was in, so I'll give you a rundown on those once I find them.
Okay, yeah, if you find it, let me know, please.
I should get interview this guy.
Yeah, we can try to find him, see if we can. I don't know. I'd have to look up who plays him. I'm not even sure without looking.
Sean, his first name's Sean. But they got a lot of cast and crew, you know.
Yeah. No, I've been trying people. We can always add more people to the list. Hi, Jim Boyd Stevens. Do you like Jim and Boyd? I take it. Jim Boyd Stevens. That's great. All right. We will wait a couple more minutes. We've got a decent amount of entries in, but we'll give you guys a few more minutes and then we'll pull another one. And if Big Man, Lil Manny is here, hopefully we will hear from them again. And I do think that's probably not a bad idea to redo a different hashtag when it's been a long time, so we know that they're still here. But yes, hashtag mushrooms for this. And don't forget,
he's only been in 2 episodes.
Really? It feels like it's more than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like it has been more than that. I'm gonna click on the episodes to see which ones they are. They'll tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. It definitely feels like more than it. Wonder that it is.
His name is Sean Scary, which I love. Sean Scary.
What? Oh, Sean Scary. That's
Scary.
Cool. We'll have to try.
Sean Scary.
We'll have to see if we can get him. MGM says Colonial Man was in the episode with the bear trap, first peeing on the tree. I'd see the guy with the spike through the eye. And then at the bear trap with guy drinking from the skull. Both were okay. So there was 2 in the same episode. Got it. All right. So he has drank the blood. Almost drinks the spiders, spits it out. Probably does drink spiders. I don't know. And then the boy yells at him, and I have the boy because that's how I did it in the recap. Mini Jade. Well, when I read the recap, I didn't want to keep saying Mini Jade or something. It was for an article, so I put the boy and. In a while,
he says that he is in the episode season 3, episode 3, Mousetrap, and season 4, episode 5, but it hasn't listed for any other episodes.
Okay, so he's been in 2 then. That's cool. Well, now we know.
But it's IMDb, so
That's a good point. Now, let me ask you. Now, with Kelly, that was season 2, right? Or am I wrong
Yeah,
about that? Okay, then
yeah,
yes.
because the bus comes at the end of season 1.
Okay. Well, somebody had asked earlier, so yes, Kelly
Yeah,
was
and Tabby gets chucked out of the lighthouse at the end of season 2.
right. Right. Got it. Charbroiled patty. We're
Oh,
not
poor
quite to
Eddie.
that, but I
So
still
horrible. But
that was
funny.
enough that was enough that made me laugh. So I'll put it up, even if we're not there. That's bad. That's bad,
Yeah.
MG. No, that's great. That's funny. And yes, Boy in Blue works too. I just because I was writing it for the website, I was trying to be more formal, so I didn't do that. So if I say boy, my point is if I say the boy, it's because that's what my recap says that I'm
I
reading it
like
from.
Baby Jade. I had him as
Yeah,
young Jade or Baby Jade.
I like Baby Jade too. Um, okay, so he yells at him in French was what my point was. Out of all of that got sidetracked. As I said, any more squirrel, I'm my
Yeah.
brain's elsewhere. So yeah,
Because he used to speak French, or he still speaks French because he was from France and came over when he was 12.
yes. So that is true. I forgot about that. So anyway, he asked the boy what it means that he doesn't get to choose his memories, and now he's going to see things he doesn't want to see. So yeah, he was saying you can't choose what you see. So we know it's probably going to be bad. And then we have this scene with Kenny and Fatima, which I don't know. This scene to me was like I feel like they only added this so they weren't like leaving everybody out of the episode because
Yeah.
this scene was kind of didn't really do anything. At least to me, it didn't have much purpose other than it
Well,
put
it showed
Kenny.
off how much work she had been doing on that golem.
True, true. But he asks her how she feels since she feels she's connected to Smiley. And she says that she's terrifying in a way she can't explain. And every night she goes to the window, looks outside, knowing one of these nights she'll see him standing there staring back at her. And she doesn't know
And
what
yet we
happened.
have not seen Smiley except for that one scene.
Well, probably coming back at some point, I'm assuming. But I guess
Gonna be outside with like a jam box, like Say Anything, holding it over his head.
I got to make some of these. I still don't want to make the battle between them all. I haven't done yet. I need to do.
I
But I
still want
like
to make a meme about the violin on top of the rock.
yes, you need to do that. I think that's so funny they put it there. Like that was so stupid, but so funny, right?
Oh, it's hilarious. And it also makes me think the rock is also reincarnated Jay.
That wait, the what? Oh, that the Rock is yeah.
Yeah, it's an
I'm not
version of
sure
Jay.
how that works, but okay.
Well, you haven't seen everything,
Oh, 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 yeah.
everywhere all at once.
Okay, yes, I have seen that. I see what
With
you
the rock
mean.
scene of the two rocks.
Yes. I don't know that I think they're going here with that, but yes, I forgot they do have that in that movie.
Yeah.
That's a good movie. If you haven't seen that movie, that's a great movie. All right, guys. So my point was this scene really doesn't do much of anything other than brings Kenny and Fatima, so we don't say, "Where's Kenny and Fatima?" That's the point of the scene.
I don't think anybody was saying that.
I don't think anybody was saying that either. All right, so let's do a poll. I said I was going to give everybody a chance there. If you all put hashtag mushrooms in the chat, I'm gonna pull one now. If you haven't put it in really quick. So I'm gonna draw one.
I think it's interesting because Fletch points out a point we could get Vigo back if there's a scene where Story Walker Julie gives him soda in the airport. We already have an actor.
Ah, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool. And yeah, so far it's been a nothing burger with the mud. We'll find out. All right, you ready? Here it goes.
Woman needs dirt. She had reasons. Julie's a flirt. She had reasons. Sophie scrapped a tooth. She had reasons. Tilly's uncouth. She had reasons.
Yay, Michael. And I know Michael's there. He was saying something a minute ago. So
Oh, good.
I think he's still there. Unless he like left in the last like 10
Oh,
seconds.
no.
No, he said something not that long ago. So a few minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, it looks like. All right. You sure, Dieter? He did say he could do it international, so we're not okay. Let me write down. I'm just copying. You guys can see what I'm doing with my mouse. I'm doing it to make sure I have them all written down so I don't forget who won what. All right, there you go. We'll pull some more in a bit. Michael's there. All right, Michael, make sure then that you join our Discord if you're not. And you can message me at sci-fivision and get me your address to give to west of Westeros. Yes, it's international, Dieter. West of Westeros is donating these ones, so he's sending them himself. So he said it was okay if it was international. So anybody can win that. That's what I said. Hopefully Ash will come back. I know had asked earlier, but we have some tomorrow too. So
yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, Michael. Pick you. Well, we'll try. Just put hashtag mushrooms. We're gonna pull more yet. We're gonna pull more. Okay. Back to the recap. Hold on a second. Let me get it back up. Problem is I have too many damn like windows open at once. I get lost.
Mm-hmm. So how do you think, what do you think is going to happen with this golem? Is it going to come alive? Is it going to fall through the floor?
I would laugh if it fell through the floor. I would love that because that's what everybody keeps saying. It's going to fall through the floor. So that'd be so funny. Yeah, sorry, Michael, other Michael. That's why I call you MGM. Then I don't get it mixed up. But yeah, okay, Bill's in Scotland. Well, that works as long as it's okay. Then it's fine. But yes, please press like and subscribe as well. We need that. But yeah,
I lived in Scotland for a while.
What?
I lived in Scotland for a while.
Yes, I know you did. I'm jealous. I've lived in Pennsylvania and Ohio, and that's the extent of where I've lived, which is pretty boring. Sorry.
Well, Senator Chill said that. I was just saying.
No. I'm just saying I'm boring. That's all. Yes, the first
Depends
one.
What you like where you live.
I guess that's true, but I think it's boring. I don't know. I'd like to go other places that I haven't. So, all right. So to answer your question, hi Alyssa, we're gonna be doing another one. Make sure you do hashtag mushrooms if you haven't yet. And that's same thing. Yeah, type hashtag mushrooms. Same thing to you, Jen. Hi, welcome. We're doing hashtag mushrooms right now for Talisman. I'm curious where in Ohio. I live near the Ohio border. I'm not in Ohio, but I live near the Ohio border. Is she gonna keep it upstairs or like put it outside like a security guard? I'm not entirely sure that she can move it. Okay. So I think that depends if there's a way to move it. I'm not
sure. She's
going
to have to animate it, and then it's going to have to drop to the floor and then start running,
Yeah. But to answer your question, do I think anything? I hope there's something with it, but I kind of feel like it's, and again, just my opinion, I just kind of feel like it's just to help her. And I don't know if anything is going to happen to it at all. And yeah, that's kind of what I think. I think
that's a bummer, though.
It is.
Because I want to see it like protect people. I want to see it stand up to Flamey McFlame Arms or whatever. If Flamey McFlame Arms comes back to town.
Yes, I would like it to do things. I think that it would be cool to see it come to life. I really do. We lose from Cincinnati, Indiana border. Okay, so you're on the other side. Cool. We got people from everywhere. So, but yeah, I'm quite a few hours from Cincinnati. I know. Get Ellis to do it. Yeah, I don't know that Ellis. Okay. I don't know. Can you move mud? I don't think you can move mud. It's too bad it's not like clay, right? Like it would harden, and that would be easier.
Or she did it outside.
Or she did it outside.
Anywhere outside. There's a lot outside.
It would have made more sense, right?
Yeah.
It would have made a lot more sense. All right. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to that other than, like I said, Kenny and Fatima. And I wish we'd see more of Kenny. I want to see more of Kenny.
Yeah.
But maybe like in something interesting, not that.
Something interesting. Well, don't they them talking about Smiley's interesting?
Look, yes, Smiley is interesting, but do you not think the golem's like the least interesting part of the show right now? I do.
If it comes alive, it'll be really exciting.
If it comes alive, yes, but that's a big if. So I don't know. Oz says Ellis will get his dad to move it. Golden Child was making it to replace Ellis's shortcomings, which I like. That's funny.
Yeah.
Roger says, who needs a golem champion when you have Avenger Ellis? If anyone can move a pile of mud, it'd be Donna.
Yeah.
She gets shit done. She does.
But then she would say, why did you just make this outside?
Wait, what? Say that again?
No,
Oh,
I
you
said,
think Donna would
but
have?
then Donna would say, "Why didn't you just make this outside?"
She probably would. She probably would. Funny how Elgin snapped out of it now that Smiley was born. He has seemed to not be quite as enamored with the voices, I guess is the best way
He
to.
doesn't like his child.
What? Oh, Ellis. I thought you meant I was said did I say Ellis again? Meant Elgin. Did I say Ellis? Um
No, no, I meant just that Fatima and his baby. He didn't like. He didn't like him.
yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. um Whoa, where'd it go? Amy says, I hope it comes alive. Or sorry, Alyssa says, I hope it comes alive with all the time we've spent on it,
Yeah.
which hasn't been much, but it's been enough.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Because I feel like otherwise, what was the point?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have animated dolls. Why couldn't we have an animated golem?
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe we will then. I don't know. We're halfway through. We still could.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Golem versus Smiley would be good.
Golem versus Smiley would be good.
Oh
That'd be
yeah.
Yeah, we need to see that. Hey Rager. We are not going to talk about the trailers because a lot of people don't want to see the trailers. So I won't answer that here, but if you put it in Discord, we can discuss it. I don't even have an answer to that. I'd have to think about it. But yeah, we're gonna try to keep them out of the chat if you don't mind, just because not everybody wants to see the trailers. But we will. You're welcome to talk about it in Discord in the spoiler channel. Okay, so Henry is hoarding alcohol, and obviously this pays off later in the episode when he gets drunk. For lack of a better description,
192 proof.
Yeah. I hope it comes alive.
47 proof.
Bigger than the scarecrows. Yeah, 140. That's a big bottle, right? I mean, it is. It's a big bottle.
Yeah, it's like pure grain alcohol. It's got to be up there in proof. I'm gonna say 147 just because it's fun.
Well, yeah, 47, of course, 147.
147 proof, yeah.
Well, yeah, because 47 isn't enough.
It'll get you.
Okay. The alcohol was drunk on Henry. It might have been. All right. All right. Thanks, B, for coming. We appreciate it. We'll pull another one pretty soon, but let's go a little bit further. We're not getting very far. We're not even, I don't think, halfway through this episode yet. Nope, we're not even halfway through this episode.
It's a party. Let's chill, man.
It's a party, but I need sleep at some point. No, we're okay for a while.
Why?
Because I won't be able to stay up tomorrow. That's why. And then I'll never make the other ones. All right. So Christy is going to find out what happened to Marielle, who is left in the ambulance. I just noticed as I'm looking at this that you can see the talisman hanging in the window. They have it in front of the I don't know what that is, a sheet? I guess it's a sheet.
Yeah.
Glass. All right, so Marielle is freaking out because she just had that, I don't know, memory hallucination, whatever you want to call it. And Christy comes in and she lies to her and tells her she's fine, which she's not. It's pretty obvious she's not. All right. And then we have them getting ready to put the cauliflower dolls, whatever the hell you want to call them. No, I did not, Jen, because I did not see them. She said, I didn't even get a picture of the radio, and I should have had. I don't have a picture of the radio. I should have, but yeah,
I can look at it and see.
Yeah. I know I did skip a couple things because I was doing the thumbnail, I was getting a lot of pictures and I ended up, I had a lot more than I should have had. And I think there were some things I skipped, but since I already had like 147 or something like that, I was like, can't go back. Were they, are those I'm assuming those are the dates in the, are those the dates in the lighthouse?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, 1609 I think is the date lighthouse. So I'm guessing.
I have it in my notes. I can look them up.
Yeah, okay. Fletcher says are the dates. So yeah, those must be the dates. It sounds like from what everybody's saying. I don't offhand remember all the dates. So,
Yeah.
but that's very interesting. Yes. Jen says they're the 3 dates. That is very interesting. I did not notice that, Jen. So thank you for that. No, I did not notice that. What do
That's
you think they mean then? Is it just
which
like a
which years are those?
1609, 1752, and 1883?
Okay.
I don't think those aren't I was gonna say are those the ones for Jade, the dates, but they're not. They wouldn't be. So yeah,
Well, there could be.
no, because like Christopher isn't from 1883. So that's why I'm saying no to that.
Well, I mean, there could be jades for those years. That's what I was saying.
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm sure there is a Jade from those years. That I don't.
Jade for every year.
A Jade for every year.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that's a good song. Let me think about that.
You definitely do not want to hear me sing though. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, but Jade for every year is a good idea for a song.
It is. It is. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get the picture here. It must be in the scene before, not when Christy comes out actually. So I don't know where it's at. I don't know if I can get it. I don't want to spend too long looking, but I was gonna see if I could grab it real quick. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it's at. Okay. I'm just gonna give up because otherwise we're gonna be here too long. But I'll take your word for it, Jen. Thank you for that because I did not know that.
Is it the
Yeah.
ancient thing that is connecting with Mari? Because like Sophie says she's a prophet or something. Maybe she has that connection. She can see and you know see the years,
Okay.
perhaps the past and the future
All right.
visions.
I'm listening to you. I'm thinking about what you're saying as you're saying it. That's why I'm listening. I'm thinking
Okay. That's
maybe.
what you should do. People do.
No, I mean I guess that makes sense. No, I just was thinking and trying to think because I don't know. To me, like I just wonder why Mary would be the one to see them. But I guess that kind of makes sense in a way. I found the scene as I'm talking. I found it
Well, it'd be
finally.
good to find if her and Randall actually had cicada powers like Julie does, or it's not connected to that, or it is.
I would still like to see them have some kind of powers. I don't think they're story walking though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they can story walk. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
It must be individual different ones because I'm going through and I see 4888 and I see 16. There's 1609. I do see 1609, but I've seen 4888. I don't see 1488. I see 4888, which makes me wonder.
Where's 1488?
Oh, well, I don't remember. I just know that isn't a date. Let's put it that way. All right. I got a couple. I got 2 of them. I only see 2. I only see 2 dates. What did Jen say they were? Hey, Trey, welcome. When did she say?
I have to get up in the chat. I can't. 1609, 1752, and 1883.
Okay. I seen 2 that could be dates. I didn't see all of them, but wait, I'm getting them up. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm letting it's got to refresh here. Now I got to find out. Okay. I see 16. See, that isn't even 1609. Does it say it's yeah, it says 1609. I'm sorry. I thought it's 1608. Okay, Jen. Sorry, I didn't know you already sent them. I went and captured them. I see 1762. I don't see a third one though. If you see a third one, I'll look at it. But yeah, is it 1762 is the date, or if it's 52? If it's 52, then yeah, that says 62. So maybe it just says 1609. Maybe it was a coincidence. I don't know. And yeah, there is no episode next week to answer whoever asked that somewhere. There's no episode coming next week, unfortunately. All right. Let's say in about 10 minutes, say 1 a.m., we'll pull another thing. So if you guys haven't put hashtag mushrooms in the chat, go ahead and do it now, and we'll pull for another talisman in about 10 minutes. All right. Anyway, the date's a little off then, so I'm not sure about the dates. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so where were we? We're past that. We're back here with Marielle in the scene. Okay. So they're putting rocks in them, putting them back in to shove them into the dolls. And like I said, they don't put them in the middle. I think they should. I think they should have put them in the middle of the damn water, but they didn't.
Yeah, it
Um,
was weird. I thought they were too.
you what? Say that again?
I thought they were too. Does my audio sound weird?
No, I just didn't hear what you said.
No,
That happened.
I thought they were going to too. Well, every once in a while it'll sound a little echoey. That's what I was wondering.
No, it sounded okay. I just didn't hear what
Okay.
you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought they were, and they definitely showed them to just leave it there. So I don't know.
And they weren't
Well,
even singing.
no, they didn't look like they were sinking. So I don't think they did a very good job about it. That's for
Yeah.
sure. I like though Alice is like every once in a while I stop and think about the types of things that have become normal for us as I'm packing these life-size dolls with rocks. And so it's like, just think about getting back to your wife, which I thought was funny. Like, I'm not sure why she said that, but it's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they do decide they need to get him back in the water. Let's see. Ethan asks if there's anything bad in the water. They don't know. The other thing is here Tabitha has a memory of dolls she had as a child. So she's starting to realize something's going on that's familiar. She thinks she's seen them before, but she doesn't know because she doesn't remember. So we don't really get much here as they put them in. I feel like I thought I had no. It
Did
doesn't.
you get that little flash? You didn't get the little flash of them, the dolls.
No. I got it later. I tried to get the original flash, the one I couldn't get, the first one. So that's probably why I remember trying and it wouldn't. It like jumps like so many frames when you do it. So sometimes it's hard to get certain things. Lighthouse dates are 15. Okay.
I have them. You want me to tell them? I already have them.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't even remember which ones I said were on the radio, to be honest.
It was 1752 was one, 1883 was one, and 1609.
Yeah, I see 1609, 1762, which isn't a date.
Oh,
And
it's
what
not 52?
no, and what to me looks like 4888 that I think Jen was saying was a different date. To me, it looks like 4888. So I don't know. I think that's a bust. I think 1609 is on the radio, and I would say the other ones are wrong.
Yeah.
I don't, unless I'm looking at it wrong. I don't know. To me, it looks like 4888. So yeah, I don't know. But it's all good. I wish it was, but I don't see it, so I don't know. Okay, so more of Jade following him and Boyd saying, like, what's going on? And then we get to Colony House. And the boy's playing a violin, but so are all these Jades. So we know these are all versions of Jades now. That's the important piece of information we got here. We have him, and then we have, I swear I had more pictures of these. Sometimes I think they're out of order and they shouldn't be, but they seem like they are. So we have Christopher, we have the Colonial Man, and we have the
I probably can't look at it.
wait, because you'll start laughing. Yeah, we have the Civil War soldier, and we have the Rock Boulder guy.
And Rock itself.
Keeps laughing at. I think Crush Jade could at least try to play. I agree, man. Why not?
The Rock. Have the Rock play.
Rock play. Why? Well, it is on the Rock, not on him. Why was Christopher playing?
That's what I'm saying. It's another reincarnated piece of Jade, and it can play a violin. It's studied at the Berkeley School of Music.
I would like to see it. I'd love to see that. That'd be so. Although then we'd
arm just comes out of it and grabs the violin.
That works for me. Why was Christopher playing violin? We know though plays rock music. Why was Christopher playing violin when we know Miranda was the one with musical attributes? I don't know the answer to that. They've kind of, mentioned that she did before, and I don't know. I don't know if that was just kind of like to throw you off who was who or what.
I mean, a lot of people play the violin. It's not out of reason.
True. And maybe, hey, they both knew, like they knew each other there, right? So like maybe she taught him to play the violin or vice versa. I don't
And
know.
it's one of those instruments that spans the ages too, so it also could hit all those dates as well.
Yeah, but I would guess maybe they both could play. I don't know
Yeah.
the answer to that, Fletcher. Hi, Bruno. Welcome. Make sure you guys put hashtag mushrooms in the chat. In a couple minutes, we'll pull another talisman. Okay. With the stone boulder, is that another reference to Prometheus?
Yeah, you know what? Because my boyfriend mentioned the video game Hades, and there's a talking boulder in that video game too. Sisyphus talks to him.
That's
You
funny.
okay? You were making some
Oh, no,
strange
I was
noises.
swallowing water when you said it, and I was like,
You're like,
no, because you made me laugh, and I was swallowing water.
oh, you played Hades?
No, I haven't played Hades, but the idea of a talking boulder was funny.
Yeah, because syphilis that suffers from has to, or is that Prometheus? Oh my god,
I
I'm
think
so tired.
Sisyphus is the one that pushes the rock, right? That pushes the rock up the hill. Or am I
Yeah.
wrong?
Well, he's talking about the guy who gets his liver eaten out. I'm talking about the guy who has to roll the boulder all the way up to the top, which I think
Yeah,
is his whole life.
that's Sisyphus.
But in Hades, the boulder talks to him. He talks to the boulder. It's kind of like Castaway with Wilson. It's kind of that.
You know what's interesting though that you say that? It makes me think about it though. I hadn't thought about it till you said that. But like Sisyphus, like his whole thing is like he pushes the rock all the way up the hill. Like that's all he does is pushes the rock, right? Wasn't that the kind of the same thing as like their cycle? Like they keep trying, and they haven't been able to fix it. So maybe that's what the rock's about. But as for Prometheus, was Prometheus chained to a rock? I don't know. The only thing I think
so.
Interesting. The only thing I can think with Prometheus is like postmodern Prometheus, and I know that's not what you're talking about, but that's the only thing I know, and that's not that. So I don't know.
The modern Prometheus?
Yeah, well, sorry, X-File episode's called Postmodern Prometheus. That's why I said that, but you're right. It's the modern Prometheus, not postmodern. Yeah. Yes. That rock looks like one of the stones of the sacrificed kids. They looked kind of flat though. They were laying on the rocks. That one doesn't look very flat to me. I don't know. It doesn't look very flat to me.
He is chained to a mountain.
Okay, that's not a rock then. So I don't know. So Baby Jade says that he told him the answers he sought would come wrapped in painful truths. And they'll come back to this scene and we'll learn a little bit more in a little bit. They probably had to flatten him first. Well, do they have tools? They don't have like huge tools there to do it, so I don't know. But yes, the boulder and Sisyphus and the eternal futile rolling the rock up the hill. I do think that makes sense with Jade. It does look more red rock size, but it's not red. So, although that they probably could paint it or whatever. Prometheus was punished for giving humans fire, and an eagle ate his liver. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Then I guess that wasn't Prometheus. Then it sounds like maybe with the rock. I don't know. Okay, so Henry.
They both have rocks. Sisyphus rolled the rock up. Prometheus was chained to a rock and got his liver eaten out by an eagle every day, and it rejuvenated and grew back.
Okay, so lots of rocks. Also,
Blitz it's also called Boldy in the game too, like Boulder.
I'll
send you a picture. It's funny.
Boulder guy. Yeah, no, that's funny. Stone crushing was a method of killing warlocks and male witches. That's interesting.
Yes,
I like that. I don't know that I think Jade is a warlock or anything, but I like that like they actually did use that to kill somebody, because I still wonder.
It feels like Tabby is a little bit more witchy though, with the dolls and the pin.
Yeah. And the little girl looks kind of like her clothes reminds me of like something you'd see in like a, I don't know, colonial witch or whatever. I lost what I was going to say. It just totally went out of my head. I don't know. I'll think of it later, probably. Okay. So Henry is drinking and he's asking Henry like what he does for fun, because all they do is sit around, and tells him he can't forget to live. And he is extremely drunk. he stumbles into the other room and I have way too many pictures, and starts playing Leaving on a Jet Plane. I don't know if that's actually the name.
By John Denver.
Say what?
By John Denver?
Oh, Jen Denver. Okay.
Gosh, I feel like I'm not talking in a foreign language.
No, I didn't know that was I get it now. I didn't realize that was a person when you said it. I couldn't figure out what you meant.
John Denver is a person.
Oh, yes, I get that now. So yeah, he's singing Leaving on a Jet Plane and talking about when Victor was little and the two of them with his mother would sing it. And he's just kind of like he's getting upset and he's drunk, right? And he doesn't sing well though. But Victor's trying to get him to go out. He doesn't. Then Kenny comes in and he's like, come on, let's go lay down or whatever. And Henry gets upset because he doesn't want to go. And I think that scene was done really well. I did really like that scene. Kay said Henry's actor did great in the scene. Some people overdo acting drunk, but he seemed genuine. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I think he did. All right. Meanwhile, back at the settlement, we have totems. And Tabitha's staring at the totem because it reminds her of something. And then this is where Donna, I really like this scene with Donna and, oh, I see the game. That's cool. It has a face on it. I didn't expect the rock. I did not expect that. Donna, oh, you know what? I said 1 o'clock. It's 1:03. Let's stop a second. One of the cows. Okay, guys, if you haven't put hashtag mushrooms in the chat, you got about 30 seconds to do it while I get the picture ready. So do it. Do it. Okay. Whoops. Wrong thing. All right. We will. Let me. Okay. Ready? And here we go. We will pull.
A jade for every year. 1506, 1609, 1672, 1723, question mark, 1752.
Yay!
1883, 1931, 1978.
Okay, Catastrophe. Congratulations. You have won a talisman. And let's see how many we have so far. We have done. Okay, we have one more talisman. We're still waiting to hear from. Okay, Kay's in the chat. So make sure you join Discord, Kay, if you're not already, and send a DM to sci-fivision with your address. And then we still have not heard from Big Manny, Lil Manny. So if we don't hear from that person by the end of the show, we will spin again for that one. I don't know, but it's in there now, Alyssa. You only have to do it once. It'll only pick up once. So everybody gets one entry. We have one more, so let's just do the last one now, I guess. For now, we'll go ahead and do it. Why not?
See, Donna, you probably killed a deer with bare hands. You probably killed a bear with your deer hands. See, Donna?
Oh, hey, look at that. Yes, you did put it in the chat.
You did. Put it in.
Congratulations, Alyssa. That's funny. That was kind of weird that happened. Well, there you go. You won after all. So there you go. Okay. I'm gonna put, Big Money Knowing Me. That's a good show. I always liked the original show of that.
Which one?
Let's talk about Whammy and Pressure Luck. I just said I always like that.
Oh yeah, I love the whammies.
Yeah, that's what Blitz is talking about. All right, now Alyssa was there a second ago, so I know she's still there. Congratulations. If you missed what I said, make sure you join the Discord and message Sci-Fi-Vision with your address. And like I said, if I do not either get a Discord message or hear from Big Manny, Lil Manny before the end of the night, we will spin again for that one. Because it is really just too hard to, to track people down. Did you win one from here or was it from a different channel? Hold on. I don't have my other. I can't keep track of who's won what. Was it from here? If it was from here, I'd say maybe pull again. But if you want it in a different place, that's fine. Let's see. We had. Oh, wait. I think I think she got somebody else's gave her. Okay, that's right. You gifted her. Okay. Yeah, no, they haven't been sent out yet because we're still waiting for everybody's addresses. Okay, well, if you don't mind, then I think we should probably spin again just because we want to give everybody a chance to win. You will still get yours. It just has not, Dieter has not given the address to get them sent out yet because we didn't have all the winners' addresses. That's why I spun for the other one again tonight. So yeah, let's spin again. Yeah, I don't care if you guys can, normally I'd say win multiple things, but since they are the same prize, I think we should do it for somebody else just for that reason. All right, let's do another one.
Sweet Donna, your whole life is getting shit done, working hard, probably worked hard. You're a lonely hunter, sweet Donna. Sweet Donna.
Jen, yeah. Okay, well, I know I can get a hold of Jen, so that works.
That's easy.
Okay, congratulations, Jen. There we go. I know what we'll do. How about we do it this way? Let us see if we do not hear, since we may have one more, depending on whether or not we hear back from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on whether or not we hear back from the other person. Why don't we do it this way? If we don't hear back from Big Manny, Little Manny, since we'll have to pull another one, how about if we give it to Fletcher, since Fletcher gave you the other one, and we'll just say that you gave that, since this one can be international, because I think that would be fair. But we do got to make sure the other person doesn't come back, though, because I didn't think to do that until after I'd already pulled it. So we'll do it that way. Okay, Fletch, if he doesn't come back, then you can have hers. And then that way it's fair and everybody's happy. All right, we are going to have also, though, 5 more of these tomorrow to give away. So if you didn't win one, you will get a chance tomorrow to win one. But there we go. Congratulations to everybody. And don't forget, we have the Hannah cameo to give away tomorrow, too. Yeah, Fletcher, I was saying if that other person, if they're not here, if they don't come back soon, the one, because I have no idea how to get a hold of them. Since her name got pulled, since Alyssa got pulled and you gave her yours, we'll do it that way. And you can have that one because he'll send them international. But let's at least wait a little bit and see if he comes back. But if not, we're doing more tomorrow. So. But I don't think he's coming back, and I don't know how to get a hold of him, so it should be good. All right. Yondale Jones, welcome. Says, Henry is doing what Sophia was doing to Sarah and Christy. That song telling Victor to show them what they did to your mother. He's manipulating them. Okay, wait. Henry is doing what Sophia was doing to Sarah and Christy. He's telling Victor Okay, you think Henry's manipulating him, or you think that, like, Sophia's making more chaos for Henry? I'm not sure which you mean. So yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that.
I don't think he's manipulating him. I think he's honestly sad. He wants people to know. I mean, this is the problem with the show is people don't talk to each other about what's going on. If he shows Kenny that, like, picture with the man in the yellow suit, that makes a connection, another connection to the man in the yellow suit.
Yeah, and I hope that they I hope this sorry, I was laughing what would be said. Yeah, I wish they'd tell each other things more often. Hopefully they will start telling.
Because I think Henry's just a sad person. Like, he just, he waited 40 years to get anything back. I mean, he kept his house like in the 1970s waiting for his wife and kids to come back. He doesn't ever mention Eloise. I don't know why. That's a mystery I've had with him myself.
Yeah, they don't really talk about her. You're right. Yondell meant Henry.
But I feel it was honest. I don't feel he was trying to manipulate anybody. I felt like he was just sad and depressed and horrified that his wife got eaten by somebody.
Yeah, I think he was just, I mean, you could be right. Who knows? Yondell could be right. But yeah, I don't feel he was manipulating them. I think he just feels awful. Like Lilu said, I think he feels really guilty for what's going on. But I mean, who knows? There could be another, maybe we'll find there's another, I want to say another spy. He's not really a spy. I was gonna say maybe there's something else like the man in yellow, maybe there's more. And that's what I wanted to ask you guys. It just reminded me, and I wanted to ask you and kind of everybody, because it's a weird thing. Do you think that the official social medias are like, if they say something, like, is it considered canon, do you think, or do you think it's just like they can like screw around with people?
What do you mean exactly? Like the showrunners?
No, like the official social media channels. Because
Oh.
I saw this and I meant to mention this like a couple weeks ago, but somebody on Facebook said something like it was interesting how the man in yellow was, I forget exactly what they said, but that like Sophia was talking to Sarah and like was right with her, was whispering to her, but how the voices before didn't have to be near her, near them, near the town people or whatever. And
Yeah.
then that social media account said something like, who said that she wasn't nearby. And I think they were just trolling
Mm.
them, but I
I
thought
think
that was
they're
kind
trolling. It sounds like trolling.
of okay, fair. I thought so too, but I was just curious what you guys thought, and I wanted to mention that. Um Dieter, thank you, Dieter. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you do, Dieter. You've done a lot helping me advertise too, which I really appreciate. Okay, so yes, Bill agrees with you. I think they're screwing around.
Mhm.
Um, okay.
'Cause they used to have all that social media with all the numbers and stuff too.
Yeah, they try to. I think they troll people.
Yeah.
And Tabitha is both. Yondell. Tabitha is the little girl reincarnated and is also Miranda reincarnated because they've been multiple reincarnations.
Mm.
So yes, the answer is both.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that we see young Jade and young Tabitha in the same episode.
That's true. That's true. We do see them both in the same episode, which we didn't before. Well, then again, we've never seen young Jade before, so that
Yeah.
was a stupid statement.
That's
Backtrack. All right. What I was going to say originally when we got sidetracked is that I really like this scene with Donna and Ethan. Um, I like that he's looks up to her and that she makes him feel safe, and she's like a mother figure. I do agree though with, was it you said earlier, whoever said earlier that what she says does again make it sound like something's going to happen to her, but I mean, they were
Yeah.
obviously just doing a red herring bait switch, whatever you want to call it, to do it.
Yeah. 'Cause I felt
Uh,
so bad because I thought maybe people were right.
yeah, well, you said they were wrong and you were right, so you never know. But yeah, I don't know. Donna and Jade are my favorite, and I don't want anything to happen to them, and that's all I got to say. They better be okay and
Yeah,
keep being
yeah.
okay. All right. I was going to say, I know I said before you had to actually be in the chat when you won. So we'll just say, let's, if we don't hear from that big Manny, little Manny, yeah, if we don't hear from them by 1:30, that's 15 minutes. We'll go ahead and we'll officially claim that Fletcher won and then Alyssa gave it to him. Because I don't think he's coming back. I just don't want to forget about it. Okay, so yeah, I like their conversation. And now we have Sophia, who is listening to Julie and Randall fight and listening to Marielle and Christy fight. So we had some discussions about this, I know, in the chat. I think it was before you'd gotten there. How do you feel about the scene? Because I think that Randall is being mean, but I think that he is only being mean because he's really trying to stop her from doing it because he worries about her. I also
He's afraid he's gonna die doing it.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I also do not think that he really believes Julie's traveling in time. I think that
Mm.
he's full of shit. Now, a lot of crazy stuff happens there, but I have taken it that he's helped her do it because he knows she's having a bad time and like he's trying to help her and he
Yeah,
likes her like little sister, not likes her, but likes her.
yeah,
And then, he's trying to protect her. So like he did what she needed and he helped her, but he's like, this is too far. And I don't think he
yeah.
really believes she went anywhere. Do you agree with that or?
I I don't know if he does or not. I think he's just concerned that because he's the one who has to watch her convulse and stuff, that maybe one time she just won't make it.
Oh,
And I mean, I don't know if, because she did the thing with a bookmark and that wasn't really proof.
no, it
So
wasn't.
Maybe he doubts it in total. I mean, I think she just messed up because she did a little magic trick and there were 3 bookmarks, but that's, just me.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I kind of wondered if excuse me, the way that it said it in the book like wasn't necessarily exactly what she had to do like in real life. You know what I mean? Because it's different. That's why I had looked at it a little different. All right. Thank you, Bill. I got your address, so good to go. Yeah, either way, I think he was mean trying to help her, and I think that that was the only way that she would listen. Um but yeah, what he said about her father was kind of mean, but I think that was to get her to listen. It was kind of like to shock her into um he's worried about her and she's the only one who doesn't treat him weird. You are right. That is true. Randall cicada brain won't let him believe Julie. His mind is being fogged by Sophia. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Acosta may find the bookmark that she dropped in the junk room. I like that. I like that.
Where is
Uh, where's what?
Where is Acosta?
Not in these episodes. Look, they have a big ensemble. They'll get back to her eventually. They'll get back to her. Probably. I hope. I say that I'm like, probably. I think they will. I think they just haven't had time. What if she has a seizure and she can't wake up? She almost died twice, and we still haven't seen how she got that scar on her face. She did have a scratch on her face. Did she get it in a trip? I feel like if she went back and something happened to her in the trip, like a scratch, then he'd believe her, right? That would be actually kind of cool if that happened. Not that I want her to have a big scar on her face, but then she'd match him, I guess. I don't.
Mhm.
Fletcher says Julie will probably meet Randall on one of his future cicada attacks, and that's when Randall fully believes. Fair. Lilu thinks I'm right. He doesn't believe her, but he's more concerned with the seizures.
Yeah.
I think after Tabitha, he's trying to be more cautious. That's fair. MGM says, I think she needs to find the original paper, like Victor found it and kept it, and she finds it, then uses that bookmark. Oh, so maybe like if she sticks them in a place where they'll show up later. That's like that movie. What is that movie like where they send messages back and forth and they like hide it in a place where like nobody will retrieve it until like years later because they're talking to each other through time. Yeah, that could happen.
Oh,
Like
there's
if
2 that come to mind: The Lake House and V for Vendetta.
neither of them are the movie I'm talking about.
Okay.
I know it. I do. Lake House is like that, but not the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
This is about a father and a son, and the father's already dead, and they store it in a place that like because it's in like the house they live and nobody's going to touch. So like years later, he pulls it out, and then they communicate with each other that way.
Yeah.
Or he communicates that way. I guess it can't go the other way, but yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe if she like left it in a place where it's going to be there, later, 50 years later or
Mhm.
something, that would work. That's interesting. I like that.
Like Ethan.
Like Ethan, yeah. Bruno says we should start a rebellion demanding they drop episode 6 next week. I don't think it is going to help, but yeah,
That's
I
fine.
wish it
We'll have a
would.
party. Come to the party.
Yes, a party.
There's other stuff going on.
Yes, other stuff. Yes, I mean maybe not that night at midnight, but there is other fun stuff. And
Yeah.
look, it makes the season last longer too. Think about it that way. Um, Henry said his wife painted those pictures in the basement, but when the man in yellow showed up, she didn't recognize him. Um, she didn't know whether he was bad or not, though, right? Like when she painted him, she didn't know anything about him because she painted the boy in white too.
Yeah.
I don't know whether she recognized him or not, but my guess is she didn't know anything about him. So frequency. Yes, thank you, Randy.
Frequency.
I was thinking of frequency. So thank you. Yes, that was frequency. Yes, like hide it in a glove box and come here 40 minutes later or 40 years later. Yes, with Dennis Quaid. That is correct. She was just copying what she read in Ethan's book. She has the right idea, but wrong execution. I also think that. And Trey, I don't know if that was in regards to what I was saying or not about there's other things. We were talking about our party. Message in a Bottle. Yes, that's another movie like that. But I was thinking particularly of frequency. All right. Let's see. A lot of these we've saved. Some of these I should have pulled before and I didn't. So I'm gonna pick a couple up. I'm just trying to go through this stuff fast, guys, because it is getting pretty late and we're like halfway through. So that's why I'm sort of moving a little bit, trying to move a little bit faster. But if you need to interrupt me, Scarlett, please do if you have something to say. Otherwise, I'm just kind of reading.
That's okay. I'm used to these being really long, Jamie.
No, I know, but I don't like them being that long. I'm like 1:30. I'm
like,
running
this is right on time, man.
I'm running out of steam. But anyway, if you do have something to add, though, just interrupt me.
Yeah, cool.
Leaving on a Jet Plane is a classic folk song written by John Dever in 1966. Originally titled Babe, I Hate to Go. Interesting. Did not know that. Let's see. I think I felt for Victor having to deal with that. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Mace had said this was from way before. I'm surprised they were able to pull them in hard enough to get wet laundry out of the machines. Yeah, sorry. Some of this I skipped before. That's why I said I put them in I starred them and then I forgot something. I missed them. It's hard to remember what scenes there too. It's funny how they were stuffing them with rocks, but Ellis puts them in like they were clearly floating. Yeah, they didn't do a good job with it.
Yeah, it's weird. Or is it supernatural?
Both.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about the nightmares. That's about the nightmares and about Roger. Okay, we already did this one. Let's see. Past reincarnation. Yeah. We have a couple more about reincarnations when we get to that scene. But the rest, I'll have to try to remember to go back. But the rest seemed, I think, be about stuff from the end of the show. All right. Okay. There we go. At least we got some of them done. I want to go through some of them. Sorry. Okay. Hey, I never thought about that, but now I'm looking at that and seeing RIP on the gravestones. Yeah. I don't know that it means anything, or I'm just, although that was out when Kenny's father got killed. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, he got killed. RIP.
Right. So I'm kind of wondering, like, is there another death coming? Because like we have Roger. Does that mean somebody else is gonna die? I don't know. They floated.
Randall's got plot armor just because he's one of the Cicada 3.
That's fair. I don't think he's gonna die anytime soon. I would agree with that.
Because we gotta know what their powers are, you know?
Yeah, that's true. All right, so no, okay, now I think that's like a sarcastic remark.
Oh, the heart.
That is like sarcasm at its best, saying no, they are not that way. I think that's why the heart appeared, just to tease us and be like, you're wrong.
The shivers. Oh boy.
That's so funny. No, I just happened to see that and I started cracking up. No shipping them. No. All right. She's also listening to Christy and Marielle fight. Christy is like trying to help Marielle and is like, the place messes with your head. And she's like, it's more than that. And that's
little does Sophie know that arguing is Christy and Mari's love language. So she didn't really affect them.
That's true. No, that is true though. They do seem to argue. Okay. JK. Okay, hold on. Henry Talbot. Sophie listens to closet. Okay. Sorry, I'm marking my thing so I can find where I'm at. Okay. Yeah. So she's listening to them causing issues, and then she comes out, and it seems like purposely touched her. That's why I took a picture.
It was weird.
Yeah, I definitely think she grabbed her arm on purpose and tried to make it look like she didn't mean to. Yeah. But then Marielle starts seeing herself shackled again.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we at least see a flashback, I guess, of the caves, but
yeah,
or not the caves, the chamber. But like I said, I feel like unless they unless like it's connected somehow to that, that I feel like this isn't, I don't know, like it's less interesting than a lot of the other stuff in the episode. What's interesting to me is that Sophia is making people fight. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but you're right, they fight a lot. So
yeah, they fight. every conversation.
It's like, not that important, I guess.
Yeah. Unless
She
it's tied to her being a prophet or something, and it will
really
be revealed later.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if you're right, if she could be actually that, then it might be more interesting. But right
Yeah.
now, I don't really see it. She clearly grabbed her forearm. All right, Bill. They should figure that out. We need them to figure that out. All right. So then we go back to this scene. Now, I have a bunch. I was waiting till we got back here. I do have some stored comments from this.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Somewhere I do. Okay. Okay, that's about, maybe I don't. Wait, these are all about the end thing. Watch at night creatures around. Okay, maybe not. Maybe they were from. Why was Tabby a little kid and Jane has a grown up OG with one eye? Well, Jade was a little kid too, so we got to see both of them. Fletcher said, why does Jade's past reincarnation seem to try to kill the current Jade every interaction they had? The soldier shot at him when I tried to choke him and Boulder screamed at him. I don't know. What do you think? I thought they were trying to kill them like they got killed, but that doesn't seem to be the case now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure why the incarnations are trying to kill him.
Yeah.
I don't really have an answer. I'm gonna have to mull it over in my head.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking, and I wonder sometimes if some of it, like, and I hope not, but sometimes I wonder if certain things are like just to throw us off. But look, it's possible that some of the things maybe will come around and have reasons later that we just, don't know about right now, I guess. Due to how Henry reacts to his wife, delete if you guys believe it'll stop Victor from sharing again what we know. Due to how Henry reacts to his wife. Oh, do you guys believe it'll stop Victor from sharing again what we know? He knows.
No.
No, I don't think it will. I think he just might not tell his father, would be my answer to that. Okay. I think Jade doesn't get killed by townspeople. He gets killed by Tabitha once she remembers what the OG Jade did. I think we had talked about this earlier and I just brought it back up. Because he thinks that, he went crazy and killed the kids, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. See, I tend to be, when I see something in a show like this, like if they tell you something, I tend to take it at face value until I'm told otherwise. So to me, if Jade says these people were killed by the town, like I'm going to believe that unless they change that. You could be right and I could be totally full of shit, but that's the way I look at it when I see it. Because I feel like I have to believe some of it or then you can't believe anything. So that's just how
that's true.
Yeah, but I mean, unreliable narrator, right? I mean, he was high.
Yeah.
He was high on mushrooms, so some of it could not be. So I don't know. Golden Child had said somebody is going to, or Sophia is going to cause Christy to have a nervous breakdown. Christy? Maybe because she keeps worrying about yeah.
Or Mari?
Or Mari. I'm not sure if it meant Mari or that Christy was having problems because of Mari.
So it looks like Mari's going to be having a nervous breakdown before Christy is.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. Okay, that's about the singing. We haven't gotten to that yet. Codex had said, I'm shipping Kenny, Christy, and Mary. That guy deserves a break. Yeah, give him a freeway, Codex. That works.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just being
Let Sophie watch.
Yeah. There is one thing on that Colony House violin concert scene that doesn't make sense at all, but we'll get there. Okay, Fletcher, what was it you were talking about? I'll go check in the chat in a second. I'm gonna finish going through these. The acting Sophia did with while eavesdropping was awesome. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about the nightmares. Okay, that's about Roger and the nightmares. So we'll go back to that. So let's see what I missed in chat now. 3 of Jade reincarnations. I was removed like Eldrin and Christopher. Looks like the man and y'all killed him like Jim. I think his throat was slit, but I don't know that. I would say his throat looks slit by a knife or something, don't you think? As opposed to like,
yeah. Because it just had some blood there. It wasn't like it was gashed out.
Yeah, that's my opinion, but Yondell, I don't know. I think it looks like his neck was sliced by a knife or something. But yes, the other Jade incarnation has an eye stabbed out, and the soldier, I'm not sure, and I couldn't tell if both his eyes were white or just one. Could you tell for sure? Because at one
Oh,
point,
the soldier?
yeah,
One.
okay. I wasn't sure if it was one or two. His is the opposite one though, so that's kind of interesting. But I don't know. There is a lot of eye stabbing. There's where you can see his throat looks like it was slit. And there's everybody. And then there's the close up. And we'll come back to that in a second. I was trying to get the close up. Here's the close up of the soul. Okay, you're right. It is one, but it's the opposite eye, which is interesting. And there's that guy. All right. Go back to Jade talking there. Okay. Whoops. Okay. So he's asking, this is where he says, why are they playing that song? And I do agree. It sounds like he means a specific song, but I don't know yet what the song is. But this is where he says, Jade realizes they're all versions of himself, the lives he's lived. And young Jade says there are many more as well. And tells him that's where he says,
Rock.
Huh? Sorry, what?
Like the Rock?
Yes, like the Rock. But this is where he says, tell him to look and tell him what he sees. And that's where he says they weren't killed by monsters. They were all killed by people in the town. And what Baby Jade says in French is minnows in a shark net. So that's what makes him realize and think that they were murdered. So he said, Baby Jade says, first they blame you, then they hate you, and then eventually they'll kill you. And that something much worse happens to Tabitha, but we don't know what that is. But he does say, if I die every time, does that mean there's no way to go home? How do I stop it? And of course, he ignores him.
Of course.
Of course. Fletcher said, I think the boulder was after he stepped inside a faraway tree. So how did the townspeople kill him? Okay. I also question that, Fletcher, but I feel like that was something that we just thought before was the case and was not the case, like, because they're telling us. But I do agree with you. Now, somebody that I don't remember who it is had asked me if it was the same actor playing this. Here, wrong one.
I think it's implied to be the same person, though, even if it's two different actors. Oh my God, it's the violin on the rock. I gotta turn away.
All right, yeah. I had poopy. I had the other. Oh, here. That's the same one. I'm trying to see where the other is. It that one? Nope, that's not it. Dang it. I had the other picture here somewhere. Is that it? Nope, that's not it either. I don't know. I
can look them up on IMDb.
No, it's just I took the time to take the picture. Like I wanted to at least show the time to go and find it. But it's not showing up when I open it like that. And I don't know why it's not. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe I closed it accidentally. I don't know. Okay, let's try this one more time and see if this works. Okay. There we go. It to me looks like it could be the same guy.
I'm sure.
I know. I agree with you. I think it's supposed to be regardless, but I think it looks like it could be the same actor.
Well, everybody's aged a little bit. Like Christopher's aged a little bit.
Yeah, no, he has. It's just somebody had asked me if it was the same actor, so I was checking. I think regardless, it's supposed to be the same person. So I don't know that it really matters.
Availability.
Yeah, that's true too. They have to be available. I doubt when they put them in season 1, they knew they'd bring him back. But I don't. What? You kind of went out. What?
That you can come back years from now. That's why I was asking you about my audio, because I wanted to do something with my laptop.
Well, no, that time it did. It wasn't before. I mean, it did kind of blip there. Yeah. But no, I don't know. It was fine before. But Yeah, I don't know, Fletcher. I'm not sure how they killed him with a big boulder. Maybe they dropped it on him. I don't know. I really don't
Well,
get that part.
the flattening was popular in the witching times.
Did they flatten him? Maybe.
Yeah.
Squished him.
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay. All right. Then we
Should I
have
figure out what he's listed as? Boulder guy?
um I didn't even look at that one. I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah.
This for this episode. Hold on.
Yeah, there was somebody that was that his role in this is man, which I think is funny. Even
I
Joseph.
figured, yeah, I kind of figured that man was probably the one that threw the doll in the
Crushed
lake.
with Rock, Andre Pettigrew. He says he's in one episode.
And what's it called? What's it called?
His name is Andre Pettigrew, and it's called Man Crushed by Rock.
Man Crushed by Rock. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So we'd have to look up the other episode, but I assumed that man, the one that just says man, is probably the guy that throws the dolls in the water because he's not listed in the credits. So
yeah, what can he say, like doll throwing man, so we know who he is?
They could. It would be nice.
I'm gonna put that in the trivia. Who plays man?
Oh, I don't know about that. Why does only the boy in blue talk? That's a good question, Dieter. I don't know that they cut out their tongues, but that is a good question why they don't talk. I don't know. And I'm glad that you enjoy the animation. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Amy. I thought it was from a tree, but apparently it's not, according to what Jade said. Oh, you're right. You're right, Fletcher. That guy said Nkui. The guy said Nkui, so he did talk. He did talk.
Yeah.
Whoops. Can we fit those reincarnate? Damn it. Can we fit those reincarnations into the cycle dates? I tend to think no. What do you think? I don't think that makes sense to me because they're not like Christopher doesn't fit in any of them, right?
Yeah, he does.
Okay, what are the dates
1978.
Again? Okay, that wasn't. I thought it was okay. If it's 1978, yes. So do they all fit? All four of them?
Yeah, Soul Wars Soldier 1864, the other date.
Oh, okay.
Colonial guy could be 1609.
Yeah.
But he might be 1883 because of Jade's timeline.
Yeah. Yeah. When's the Civil War?
Like 1860s, 1850s.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Okay. I know. I didn't think it was 78. I was thinking it was a different date, Fletcher. That's why I'm confused. I'm trying to remember the dates without looking at it because
1861 to 1865. So it'd be right in the middle.
Yeah, that makes sense then. Elton only lost an eye because he took Boyd's son's wife. They needed information. What did Jade do? That's a good question. I have no idea. Jade came after Christopher. Yes, Jade came right after Christopher because Miranda and Christopher were before that. Lilu said Jade thought Jade was killed by tunnel collapse. Maybe they purposely collapsed a tunnel too. I guess there's that possibility. But yeah, I don't know. I think they somehow dropped a rock on him. I don't know that we're supposed to think too much about it. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I had originally thought that he went through a tree too, so I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Okay, so they take Henry to bed, and Kennedy does ask Victor what Henry was talking about, and he gives him the picture, and he says that the man in the yellow suit ate his mother, and that he never should have told him that. Poor Victor. He finally gets his father in there, and he scares the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But I agree. He probably shouldn't have told him. But at the same time, I get he wanted his father to know. So
well, at the same time, I don't think he knew what were. I don't think he knew what was in the drawings exactly when he was digging them up.
Oh, you don't think he remembered it?
Yeah, I think he remembered that because he says the pictures remember, so he remembered to get the pictures, but he forgot what was in the pictures.
I think that makes sense, but I kind of assumed he remembered because I thought that's why he got so like scared and peed. I assumed that he was remembering it, but you could be right. He could be like,
No,
harshly.
I thought that was just terror at seeing him, at seeing the man in yellow, because he said he came into town and he was happy. Then all these horrible things happened. I
Yeah,
thought that was the memory of that, just the whole thing of the man in yellow coming in.
that's true. Excuse me. Yeah, you're probably right. I guess that could be. Um, I've been seeing people say Henry overreacted. What do you think? I don't think he overreacted. He found out that his wife that's been dead, he's finally found a son, and I found out she was eaten. I don't know. That's a big thing, I think. Like Victor's just kind of numb to it. I don't know. Do you think he overreacted?
No, I don't think so. I feel like I really liked that because it felt very real.
Yeah, I thought it did too.
How would you think if you like, okay, let's say like your significant other or a parent disappeared and you hadn't seen them forever, like decades of life go by and they're missing and you don't know if they'll ever come back, and maybe you think they're dead, but you don't know. But then you hear how they died.
Yeah,
Not only did they die horribly by being attacked, but then somebody ate them.
yeah. No, I
I
agree
would
with you.
feel good. I
No,
would like probably like cry and scream and do all the things that Henry's doing.
I agree. I totally agree. Um, Thanks for coming, Fletcher, and we'll get the other talisman out to you because that other person didn't come back. So we'll get that to you. I don't think that Victor's mother, her dress wasn't like in the drawing. I, I don't know. I think that's like just he just colored them. However, I don't
Yeah,
know. I wasn't
yeah,
thinking that much detail. I'm yeah, that's a little like really small detail. But you could
yeah.
right, who knows?
With a lot
Uh
of blood that you can't see what clothing she's wearing.
that too. He realized his son saw the wife getting eaten by a monster. Yeah, and it's also that's a good point too. It's also that he knows he saw it. It's not just that she was killed that way. It's that his son had to see it and go through that. Um just kind of sucked. He told Victor it's okay to tell him anything before Victor took him out. Oh yeah, he did tell him it was okay. Whoops. Henry was drunk as fuck, processing grief about his wife, and pissed Victor wasn't screaming about the man in yellow from the rooftops to Everwood Town. He did why. He was drunk, he was upset. I think he was just um and yes, whatever she wore before she was attacked by Smiley, I'm assuming is what had been wearing. Especially since he blames himself anyway, not originally being with them when they disappeared. This is also true. Yeah, I would just I don't know. I mean, you guys could be pulling a detail that's super important, but I feel like if they say it's Miranda, it's Miranda. Again, I believe what
Yeah,
I'm told unless I have a reason not to.
yeah,
Um,
because it becomes too complex when you have to keep doing that.
right, exactly. That's why I'm just kind of like I'm gonna believe it. Jade has more hallucinations in the basement there, and he takes out all that furniture. And must not be yet he finds the door because I have a picture of the door somewhere, but he does find a door there. Um, no, it says it's there. Why isn't I know I have a picture of the damn door, so I don't know if some of them aren't lying because I know I took it because I used it when I was setting up the thumbnail. I had it. So I don't know. He found a door. I don't have a picture of it, but he found a door. Boyd saw it too.
Mhm. Well,
Okay.
maybe,
Huh?
well, maybe not because Boyd was in the chair all the time.
Okay. No, but Boyd in this you're right. You're right. In this hallucination, when he asked Boyd if he saw it, Boyd said he does.
Yes, hallucination. Yes, Harold, hallucinatory Harold.
Yeah. Victor's drawings are vibe, not detail accurate. Like he draws Tabby and Jade coming to town as a car crash rather than being run off the road. That is a good point. Yes, I think that's kind of more what it is. You don't have to go that specific. I think that Jade was more like remembering past events that took. Yes, I also kind of wonder, like, is he? I don't know so much. I agree with that. I think that remembering his past selves is probably a better description than like it is a hallucination, but it's also a memory, I guess. So
Yeah,
yeah. You're right, Golden Child. That's a better description. There was a painting of the doorway in Henry's basement. I do not remember that. That's a good catch, though. Do you remember the doorway picture?
Probably. There's so many pictures.
There
Sure.
is a lot. We'll have to. I know there was all those press pictures
There is a
last year.
doorway, but sometimes it looks like the ruins, so I'm like, nah.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of press pictures of them, though. I'll have to look through them later and see. But that's interesting. Okay, so Mariel tells Christy about the radio and she heard him screaming. And this is, she says, every single person who ever died there was screaming. And that's what it's like when she was in the chamber. All she could hear and feel was the suffering of every person who had ever died there. She told herself it couldn't be real, like Victor, right? But when the radio came on, it's like all the pain and horror shot through her again. And this is where Sophia says she's a prophet and that maybe God has chosen her to hear their suffering.
Mm-hmm. It's very Laura Lee.
It's what?
Very Laura Lee.
And that's from Yellow Jackets, right? I'm trying to remember which character that was. But okay.
When she's like with Lottie, she's like, you see things. You're like a prophet.
Oh, yeah.
Visions.
Yeah. Visions. No, yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. The mushrooms just happened to be beside the yellow jacket. Very convenient. That is a good point. I had not thought of Yondale. Yeah, maybe then he wanted him to see these things, right? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it, but that is a good point. So Sophia says she's a prophet. Maybe God chose her to hear their suffering. And Mariel kind of gets upset because she doesn't want to hear it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Sophia's putting more meaning behind it than what she believes, I guess. Mm-hmm. And it's not something she wants to deal with. And Christy tells her it's, the town making her see things or whatever. It puts things in people's heads. And she says, this is different. There's something old there, ancient, and it's feeding off their suffering and doesn't stop. Even after they die, they're still trapped there and never get to leave.
It's a bummer.
It is a bummer. So do you think she's right? Because I feel like in this instance, I know I'm saying like whatever I'm told I believe, but I feel like in this instance, this is what she thinks, but I don't know whether I buy that or not. Unless the townspeople are like the crows or something. I don't know. Do you think that like they can't leave? Like they're stuck even in the afterlife?
It'd be like horrible because there'd be just like thousands and thousands of souls there over all these cycles.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I hope
if they die and just stay there, they're not reborn. If they're reborn, they could be back out in the world again and just.
Well, maybe all of them die and only Tabitha and Jade are reborn, but otherwise they're stuck.
Or get out and everybody else just stays there. That'd be really morbid.
It would be really morbid, but it makes me wonder if it's possible though, because we think of like the flying stuff in like the Matthews house, like whether that was Jim or not, I don't know, but it did seem like a ghost of some kind. So maybe they are all stuck there. Maybe they all are crows. I don't know, but it's a really sad, it's a sad idea. That's for sure. Kay says, I remember Julie said she still hears the screams too. She just smokes weed to not hear them. So maybe she's going to bring this back. She did say before she heard the screams. You're right.
Yeah, and Mari was on the sweet, sweet morphine, so she probably didn't hear them right away either.
All right, fair. That's brutal to think only Jade and Tabitha's souls go free to bring new souls to harvest, almost like they are the net the place casts. Yeah. If it's true, yeah.
Like the minnows in the net of sharks.
Yeah, that is what they said. Golden Child does think that's their imprisoned souls. I know. I told you guys that's what Lizzie had said. Now she's 11. 9-year-old cousin had said that like last year and thought that, and I think that's so interesting. But it's sad.
We should have her on.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't think. I never thought about it. I don't even know if she'd want to, but she's 11 now. I don't even know if she's still watching it. I haven't heard from her lately talking about it. But I will be seeing her at the wedding next month, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Seems like they get stuck and trapped by the bottle trees. They do get trapped by the bottle trees, but not all of them, which were historically used in South culture to trap evil, restless spirits like haints, etc. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, not everybody's going through the bottle tree, so I don't know. I'd say everybody. Dieter says every soul is stuck in the lake of tears to eventually move on. They don't need to escape this place. They need to stop the curse first. I like that. That's also an interesting take. But they got to find the lake of tears first, right? I mean, that's the big thing. I got to find it. Either way, she is upset by what is said. All right. So at the settlement, Alice talks about Ethan. He forgets he's a kid, blah, blah, blah. That's not really important. Okay. Donna tells him to get some sleep. Then they can get back to the nightmare they understand. I mean, more nightmare talk, and I don't know if that was just kind of foreshadowing that was about we were about to find that stuff out.
Yeah.
What hour do I need to what? I'm not sure what you mean, Dieter. I think I missed something or I'm forgetting something. Unless you mean tomorrow. Tomorrow our live stream review is at 10 Eastern. I'm not sure if that's what you're meaning or not. But that's when the other giveaways are going to be, is tomorrow at 10. Interesting. Yeah. All right. So they are here in Cannibal Village. I'm still going to call it freaking Cannibal Village. But I did like that she said
Well,
get
they
back.
are cannibals in a way.
Oh, my cousin's wedding. You want to go to my cousin's wedding?
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to figure out what you're talking about. Yeah, my cousin's getting married next month. Which is why I'm hoping I'm back for but like we had said that if I don't make it back for the midnight watch party that Karen can probably do it. So we'll figure out something if I'm not, because I'm not sure how long we're going to be gone. We'll have to see. But yeah, hopefully when I see my two cousins, we'll be talking from. I'm gonna let you guys know what they say. Amy says no one actually leaves. That means Jim's spirit is there too. He definitely might be. MGM thinks the spirits are trapped in the bottles. And Kay says Sarah is like a spiritual antenna. Yeah, she kind of is. Okay. So yeah, they are okay. So this is where they hear the singing voice, like you said, Tabitha's song. And Tabitha is remembering, and she remembers. All right, it's here somewhere. She remembers smaller. There's the dolls. She remembers smaller versions of the dolls. Oh, they have the same. Are those the same clothes? Because that is.
That doesn't look like the same because one of them is wearing a green thing that looks really more modern.
Yeah, you're right. Green. You're right.
I don't
You're
know
right.
if somebody's wearing a jacket like that one. Those are kind of cool looking dolls. I wish I had them.
They are kind of cool looking, but you're right. I think the other thing was green. I wonder though if those dolls represent anything. Like maybe they represent Tabitha and Jade or something. You know.
2 carbon knuckles for you. 2 carbon knuckles for the lake. And a third one.
So she remembers the smaller dolls and that it was her singing, and there's a man. There's a good picture. A man who was angry, who took the dolls from her, because he said they gave him nightmares. So he threw them in the lake, and one day he died, and his nightmares came out of the lake. And then it shows her screaming. So yeah, so this is how they get the whole nightmare idea, that they agree that the nightmares come to life there. And we know the whole thing with Sarah's brother and the cicada and everything. So yeah, I think that this definitely, at least in my opinion, confirms that the nightmares do come to life in the forest there. So question is, what else are we going to see? That also makes me think that big spider that may or may not be in the woods is probably from somebody's nightmare, somebody like me who don't like spiders. So yeah, I don't know, but it's creepy. I like that they confirmed it though. But she realizes they have to leave, that the talisman won't protect them. And Roger's like, how do you know that? Yeah, Roger should have listened. Because Kool-Aid Man, as we called him at some point, I remember calling him Kool-Aid Man, comes crashing through there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kool-Aid Man. And Ellis tells him to run, and he tries to help Roger, can't. Then he leaves him. And then he goes after trying to save Patty. So I appreciate he at least tried. But there's that thing, it rips his jaw out, sticks its hand down his throat. Ew, 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 right? Very gross.
Yeah, it was really disgusting.
Yeah, and where'd the teeth come from? The teeth are creepy as shit, right? Like, the teeth are what's creepy. And there they are hiding from it. There's Patty, she's hiding. Alice goes after her. And then this is where Tabitha remembers these totems. I have to wonder though, like it's showing this totem there and showing her staring at the totem. Did she figure out that using a totem killed it, or did she create the totem? Like I get the opinion she saw it and used it, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, but I kind of question how that little girl pulled that out of the ground. I have to ask that because that seems like it really work. I don't know. She
How much
thinks
of
she,
this do we get to see? Because I can't really remember this part.
how
Does she
much what?
How much of the scene was there? So they showed her actually taking that out? 'Cause I
No,
don't
not the
remember.
girl. No, 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 they didn't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she could have. I don't see how she could have, but I guess you're supposed to believe she did. Because she remembers, but no,
Maybe
she didn't.
she has wishy powers.
Yep, maybe. And
I,
there's
I,
the
I just couldn't remember how much they showed of
no,
that.
no, it doesn't show her. It doesn't show her.
Okay.
No, that's why I was saying I didn't understand how that could happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so the doll holds that poor lady's face against the fire and burns. And
Barbecue
then,
patty.
oh, right, yeah, barbecue patty. You're right. I forgot about that barbecue patty. Um, they're trying to run, and then it attacks Donna. No, chokes Donna.
I
No,
thought she was gone for her. I was like, no, it's not happening.
I did too. Whoops, sorry, but Tabby runs it through, and yeah, she's okay. Thankfully, Patty not so much so, but at least she's alive. And then they get out of there. Yes, maybe she remembers somebody else doing it. Adult Tabby pulled it out of the ground. Whoops. We don't know. The little girl didn't pull it out of the ground. They could have been when they first put the totems on the ground, maybe. This face burning really upset me. Patty didn't really seem as injured as I thought she was going to be. I mean, I think she's probably burnt pretty bad. It's hard to tell. It's so dark. I feel like we can't really see a lot of anything, to be honest, in this scene. Like I brightened that a lot in Photoshop just to get that much of the picture. So I don't know, but we'll probably find out later. Kaiser also said maybe don't used it. Bisa maybe saw someone. Blitz. Maybe it might be important to note that the monsters stayed away during this part. That's what we talked about earlier. Like, are the monsters not in that area? Is it just because it was too hard to put that many things in a scene and it would have been like messy from like a logistics point of view? Or did they know this was happening so they stayed away? I don't know. But
Other area?
yeah, they have their own area. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. Seems like the end is an iron spike, which could be good against fae or spirits. If it's made of iron, maybe. People will yell she's a witch. They might. We don't know because we didn't see the response. Yeah, maybe that's how that version of Tabby dies, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, these are some of the older comments. Roger died an ugly death. Yes, it was a totem post bee that she stabbed. Whoops. With. And yeah, giant voodoo doll bobby pin. That's why I said they made me think of voodoo dolls in that moment because it does kind of look like that. Just Stacy Lee says a great way to confirm the nightmares get trapped and manifest as like Nathan's theory. Yes, and it might be specific to where the person died. The man in Tabitha's childhood died at the settlement. Maybe. I just kind of assumed like I said, if it's the spider and stuff, I assume maybe it's stuff that's like outside of the town or whatever. Let's undo that one, take it off. Roger. We can now connect the cicadas being Sarah's brother's ultimate nightmare as a thing to explore since he died before they appeared. Yeah, I think that after they die, their nightmare or whatever is there.
Yeah, that's
And
what I said. They have that one, and they have this with the dolls. And then I think Kenny's mom, Tian Chen, when she died, she thought of something, maybe protecting her son and making sure everybody had food to eat before she passed away. And then the food came, so it could be both positive and negative.
yeah, it could be. I like the idea. I really do like the idea.
Yeah, I might have to look through it and see when people die if anything kind of manifests, good or
Yeah.
bad.
I'm guessing that wherever it manifests is outside of the town though, because even like Tian Chen died inside the town, but if you're right, still that stuff was outside the town. So I think it's not in the
Would it
town.
matter? I don't know if it would matter.
Well, yeah, I think it would because otherwise, why aren't there more nightmares coming in the town that are different things, right? Like if because tons of people die in the town, but we don't see like tons of
Because
nightmares.
we don't have a dialogue where somebody talks about their brother being scared by cicadas or something like that.
All right. Well, actually, I was gonna say no, because cicadas came from outside the town. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just assumed because so many people died in the town that they're like restricted to outside the town. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Lilu said the singing thinks is tied to the movie box, the music box, and the ballerina. Um, I like Fletcher says 3 scarecrows underwater. Here they come for 3. Wasn't there 4 though? Or am I wrong?
Well,
I feel
they
like
did break Paula, but I don't know if she counts.
they what? Patty, you mean?
Paula?
What's Paula? Who's Paula?
You remember Paula?
No,
Paula
I don't.
was the one that Reggie's wife.
Oh, okay, okay. But no, I mean,
They
wasn't there
technically broke her open, but she wasn't part of the Cicada 3 because there was 3. But Paula was also kind of involved in that, but not really.
No, that makes sense. I was saying, weren't there 4 scarecrows? I thought he said 3. I thought there were 4.
I thought they were just the dolls they threw in there, and they're 3 dolls. Was I missing something?
No, but I thought there was 4. And am I like nuts? And there was 3. I mean, I know we had 3 attack, but I thought that there was 4 on the. No, there
Where's
was
the fourth
3.
one?
I can't count. Never mind. I don't know where I got.
That's okay.
I
I'm just
can't
like, I
count
don't know.
4 apparently. No, I seriously don't know where I got 4 from. So just pretend I didn't say that. I do remember though in my notes I wrote down when Sophia was giving Mariel the drink, the tea or whatever. The cup had 3 diamonds on it. So I'm probably going too deep too because I was thinking the same thing. They come for 3 because
Oh,
she's
okay.
part of that.
Well,
Which
they
I'm
tried to
probably
come for 3 and they did not. They like got Roger, but they barbecued Patty, but she survived, and then Donna didn't get anything really.
true.
But there were people, 3 victims.
No, true. I just meant when like to do with Mariel. No, I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. Little evil Tabitha Killings townspeople calling us with creepy dolls. True. She kind of did that. Tabby's dolls becoming monsters that indicate it was just another cycle, not the original timeline. It definitely could be not part of the OG timeline. Cyber Queen Media had said, I missed this one. I 100% believe the show will end with a choice. Jade and Tabby have to sacrifice themselves and everyone will go home, or they will all decide to stay permanently. I don't know, but if they all decide to stay, they're idiots. So,
Well, with my theory, if Jade and Tabby decide to sacrifice themselves, and as they're dying, they think the dream that everybody leaves together,
oh, I
maybe
like
that
that.
is that everyone leaves and the curse is broken.
Yeah,
But they
if
have
they
to sacrifice themselves and die for that to happen.
and they have to think good thoughts when they die. I like that though. That's
So
interesting.
they can hold hands and think of, have imagination of the world where everybody else is free. They can imagine all the other people
Imagine
leaving.
all the people. Sorry, that was my automatic thought.
In the background.
Yeah. No, I do like that idea though. I think that's a really interesting idea of how they could escape that I had never thought of. So that's really cool. That doll monster looked right at Donna first, then Ellis, and got lazy and grabbed Roger. like, hey, I'll just take the red shirt. They're not important.
I know. I like how Ellis just booked and just slammed the door on Roger.
No, he tried to save Roger. Like, nope, that ain't happening.
Oh, he tried to save her for 2 seconds.
And then he's like, nah, not worth dying for him. He's just a red shirt.
Yeah.
To be fair, he should be like, he's the dumbass that pulled the rope in the first place. So
yeah, exactly.
Fletcher said Tabitha looked a little Native American. I think she looked like she could be. I don't know that it was.
I think she's. My theory about that is I think Jade represents French colonists. I think Tabitha is the conquistadors or Spanish colonists. I think all these people are related to colonists that have been there, maybe down the line.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't think that. I don't know. I mean, if you're right, then yes, it's important. But I was going to say, I'm not sure their nationalities matter in the sense that, Jade was African American. I think that, they could potentially even be the other gender or a rock.
It's true.
So
it's true, but I don't think that Tabby is Native American. I mean, I would hope if they were going to pose that they would get a Native American actor.
Yeah, well, no, he was asking, did the actress look kind of Native American? She looked like she could be. It's hard to tell. I don't know.
Oh, the little girl?
Yeah, he meant the little girl. I'm bad at judging.
I mean, I would have to look that up, but
yeah. All right. I don't know what some of this. Let's see. This was about Sophia. She enjoys tearing everyone tearing each other apart and fighting, and she'll likely nurture those existing arguments and fractures. I agree. She wants them to fight.
She probably wants to spend the night in a different place each night so she can affect different people.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, she wanted to stay at the clinic. That's right. Someone suggested Patty will turn the town people against Tabitha since Tabitha is so connected to the place.
Burn the witch. Because she burned my face.
I don't know. We don't really know anything about Patty yet, so it's hard to tell a lot of anything. Yeah. Michael said the doll coming through the wall was so unexpected for him.
Mm.
Yeah, we know it had to do with his nightmare. We found that out. So, Fletcher still says Fatima's golem is mirroring those scarecrows. Maybe they both were created for protection. Maybe. Okay. We don't need that. Whoops. Fortunately, no nightmare creatures around while they were being attacked by Raggedy Ann and Andy. Okay, let's see. We already know they're from nightmares. Let's see. Sophia is going to start turning people against each other. We already talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that. That's about the end scene. Okay. Oh, VB Morris had said, I just wish people would communicate better at this point. They should know better. I agree with that. I totally agree with that. VB. Okay, now all the new ones that I missed because I was going through the old ones. Oh, geez. I'm just gonna kind of scan through some of these guys because we do need to get done. So I'm not gonna go through everybody's chat. But we'll go through a couple. I thought the man that threw the dolls, which it was Jade with the nail in the eye. I saw a lot of people said that, but I would say no too, because I think, like I said, I'm guessing man in the credits is probably that guy. And they had an actor listed for the colonial man. And I think that if he had played two different characters, they would have, at least in that guy's credit, put that he played two characters. So Tabitha's last words are no. Okay.
That's the Lordy my bottom on fire.
That's so funny. Did they kill all the scarecrow dolls? No, they did not. There was one left on fire that turned and walked away.
It was flaming arms.
Yeah, flaming arms. So it's definitely not dead.
Flaming arms.
I like that. Yeah. Flaming arms. I think that singing, chanting was the scarecrows mimicking Tabitha's humming, singing as a child.
Mhm.
Yes, but it was them that was making it, was what I was asking before. Where the dolls were submerged, who did that if they're so easy to kill? That's a good point. Why not just kill them? Like, what was the point? Unless maybe they can come back. What if the one she stabbed can come back the next night? Ooh.
Yikes.
Well,
This
no,
goes
because
back to the lake.
no, but I just question, like, that's a good point. Or is it that they killed them, then they stuck them in the lake? Probably they killed them, then they stuck them in the lake to make sure they didn't come back, would be my guess. I don't know.
You'd
But
hope so.
yeah, that would be my guess. Maybe flamey arms will put the totem out and the doll will get back up. I don't know. Smiley came back. You're right. Let's see. Yes, it came out after. The entity makes a choice of nightmare, then it has to live, die by those rules. Maybe. Could be. How did they get out of the water since they were filled with rocks? I don't, you
They
mean
never
original?
sank.
What? Sorry, what?
They never sank.
Yeah, no, that guy threw in the little dolls. They didn't have rocks in them, and then they got out, and then whatever happened after, somebody then stuck them in the water and filled them with rocks. So yeah, they didn't get out once they were filled with rocks, would be my answer to that. But hi, sola fide, I guess you say, welcome. Yeah, that's how I take that, but I don't know. It is interesting that the first memory Jade saw on a trip was him playing for his grandmother the last time he was in France. It is the
Mhm.
last time he was in France. There are a lot of people, so there's a lot of nightmares. How does the big bad choose whose nightmares to manifest? Nightmare roulette. Roulette. I can't talk I never can talk. What else
No,
is
I
it?
mean I was just laughing at it, not your
Oh, I thought you
pronunciation.
were laughing at me because I said that. And I'm like,
No,
no,
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the nightmare roulette.
I like that though.
Roulette.
Roulette. I don't know why I said roulette.
Well,
Nightmare
roulette. I think it's either way. Quite
is it?
honestly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I don't know. Who is afraid of spiders? Yes. Somebody probably, I do think that's probably where that came from. Flaming oven mittens. I like that. What happened to the bird with the hurt wing? The bird died. How
Yeah.
did it die? We talked about that earlier. I don't
Ethan.
understand how it died. Ethan did something. No, I don't know. I guess it was hurt more than we thought. I think they just didn't expect us to ask that, but they should know better by now that we ask everything.
Yes.
Uh the scarecrows are supernaturally animated. I don't think they care about some rocks in their bridges. You're not wrong, MGM. But yeah, I think that originally when he threw them in the lake, he just threw the little dolls in. It didn't say that they had rocks in them. So I don't think they did originally. There's the door. Why is the door showing up there instead of in the? I don't know. Maybe I only took a picture of that side of the door. Maybe that's the other scene. But Jade finds a door. He goes down through the tunnel, and Boyd keeps disappearing as he goes through and does this. At one point, he sees spiders. I got tons of pictures of him holding the lantern because I was fixing my thumbnails so I can skip them. Okay, so here he is in the cave and he sees the 7 rocks and that big slab there, which is what covers the grave of the bones when they shove them in there. There's another good picture of him there. So he's followed the boy in blue down. There's Swing Coat. What's her name? Swing Coat Monster.
Beth
Swing
Rogers, TV's Beth Rogers.
Swing
I
Coat.
want to interview her too someday. She's on my interview list.
We'll have to
Love
try to
her.
get her. Yeah, no, she's cool.
And people think she's Donna's sister too. So we can, that'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I know Fletcher thinks that. We'll have to try to get her. Okay, wait. MGM says what they meant was they filled them with rocks and put them back in the lake after pulling them out, the big ones. Then they came out and attacked at night after being sunk with rocks. I don't know. I like I said earlier, I think it's because they didn't take them out to the middle of the lake. I think they were too close to the land, maybe. And yeah, maybe the rocks, maybe it isn't the rocks. Maybe the rocks don't matter. I don't know. I honestly don't have an answer to that. Okay, so all the monsters come and they grab Jade, and the swing coat one does say Wait, hold on. I had what she said somewhere here. Oh, he does say Capricorn. Boyd says Capricorn in there, that this telling me happening. It actually isn't really happening. So, but he's trying to figure out what it is that he needs. Okay, there it is. Swing coat creature tells him that he should have listened to Boyd, but he was never really the smart one. And they all grab him and push him down into that grave where all the bones of the little kids are. You can see the kids' bones. I remember when I brightened it before from the trailer. I didn't actually do it here, but those are bones back there. And they cover him in, and then he's like screaming. And then we have this Ankui kid. Now, who's he? Ankui Kent 10?
Yeah, cute kids. They don't even bother giving the poor kids.
I didn't give him anything.
Yeah, I laughed at this too. I didn't know if it was intentional that he was just there, and she was like, "What?"
It was funny, but I think it was supposed to be funny, but I don't know, maybe not. It was the end of his
from his trip, yeah.
It was the end of his hallucination, so maybe this is when he wakes up and Boyd's like, "You've been sitting here this whole time. You got up, went to the window, and then you've been here." But it was all a trip. And this is where, let's see, he asked Boyd how he got there. He tells him he never left. He's been sitting there for hours. He was at the window. Then he sat down. That's it. Jade says there was more, a lot more. And he tells Boyd that he knows where they are. He knows that what they have to do to go home. He knows how they can save the children. Now, two things. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 stones in the circle. There's 8 if you count the slab in the middle. But I think that the stones around it are the 7 they were sacrificed on, right? That's just the grave. So they weren't counting that rock. But Jade said he knows how to save the children right after he said, "I know how we need to go home." So I'm assuming he's implying that saving the children is the way that they go home. Would you agree with that?
What was it?
I said that he says, "I know how we can go home. I know how to save the children." I said that to me.
You don't know. I hope that isn't just a cliffhanger that's going to end up being nothing.
I don't know. But my point is, I think that him saying, we get home, I know how to save the children. I assume he's saying saving the children is what takes us home, right? I mean, that's how I read that scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think it's the same thing that Tabby's doing too, that she thinks that Anne Miranda thought that she had to save the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. If one thinks about it, when Jade had his original vision of the kids in the cave, he was standing in the middle of the slabs, foreshadowing being put under the altar stone in the middle. Ooh, maybe. It definitely could be. He was in the same area, that's for sure. There are 8 symbols on the talisman. Probably that. I'm not sure. I'd have to go actually count them. You're probably right. Okay, that time, I don't know what you said. I didn't understand.
That was correct.
Okay. There are 8 symbols on the talisman. But we don't know the symbols represent the kids, though. I mean, they might not represent Inkui kids. We don't know.
Yeah, they could be trees.
They could be trees. They could be anything. I don't know. We don't have any answer to that yet. There's lots of things that probably require old incantations, like making new talisman. Probably have to do more than just, I don't know. Maybe those folks did a whole keep the evil dollies drowned in the lake ritual and just sinking them with rocks wasn't sufficient. Maybe B. Where did the bluebird come from? Only birds were crows. We don't know. We don't know where the starling came from.
Sometimes there is some closed captioning birds singing, though. So there might be birds around.
My only question with that is, was that in the script, or is that just the way the captions did? Because a lot of times I think when they do captions, it's like there's people that are hard to do that.
Yeah, but there's bird noises, and it sounds like songbirds.
No. But what I'm saying is they're listening to it and putting what it says. and the sounds they hear. I'm just saying, is it possible that like there was birds in the background when they were filming, but they weren't like
Yeah.
part of the scene? Um, Although if it's in the, I mean, I would think they would have to be loud enough for them to put it in the captions, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It could be either way, I guess. All right. What else? Yeah. I think we've got a lot of the stuff. Do you have anything else while I'm trying to look through the chat and seeing what else I see?
No, I think I'm pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of scanning.
I think all the theories I talked to when we went through it, you know.
Yeah, I think we did. And we went through most of the chat. I know we didn't get everything, guys, but we've been here
Yeah.
for almost 4 hours. It's almost 2:30
I,
a.m.
I like
Let's
how
get
Solified said the only bluebird was strange, but then bluebird reminds me of the carbuncle on the cover of the book. That's kind of blue and has a tail. It
it
has
does
like dragon wings.
no, it does kind of look like that. The songbirds were also during Jade's trip. Was there birds when he was that? I don't remember. You're probably right. I don't remember that, but that's interesting. I don't know if the two are connected, but oops. I hope nothing happens to him too, Rager. Jade and Donna are my favorites. Lucas Hartley, welcome, says, I guess Jade has a specific idea about how to save them now. I know one thing we didn't talk about, we can talk about. Let me ask you, what do you think his plan is on how to save them? Do you
Oh
do you
boy.
have any ideas of what he's gonna try to do?
I don't know. I don't know because I don't feel like I got the information that he gleaned from his hallucination.
Yeah, no, I just was wondering. I'm curious what people's
I mean, I
theory.
watched this whole episode and I never got like, now I figured out how I can save the children. I don't know because I didn't get any information about saving the children. There's one Ankui kid in here.
Yeah. We
They
don't
all have
know.
head gashes. I hope that means that he's not going to try to cut people's heads open to
Yeah.
save them.
Yes, I hope not. Um, Golden Child said we're overdue for a jukebox troll.
Oh yeah, but
Randy,
we had a piano troll.
we did. Randy Mir says maybe the two people in the middle of the talisman are Tabitha and Jade is a symbolism for their daughter. Jade saw her before waking up in the vision. Was that their daughter? I don't think that was the daughter, was it?
No,
Okay, I didn't think
that's
so.
Ankui kid 10. You're thinking
Yeah,
of another. I think 4.
yeah, it's a different Ankui kid. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Soul of Fide says, I wonder if the tunnel can lead to the lighthouse. M. Gherkin says, one of the drawings shows a talisman drawn by Victor or Eloise, and it shows the symbols as people on opposite sides of the middle dot circle, which seems to be kind of explaining it. I'm not sure which drawing. This is why I want to do, and I've thought about before, I want to do a video or a live, like about all of his drawings. Like I want to get all of his drawings
Yeah.
together and investigate them.
Yeah, I want to make a timeline. I want to make a story so I can figure out the story so we can go home.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get all the drawings together and figure out which episodes they're from. If people help
Yeah.
us figure it out, maybe we can do a thing on it and
Mhm.
figure things out because I think that could tell us a lot. Okay. Reddit thread additional Victor drawing. Whoops. Victor Drawings has the drawings. Okay. Well, we'll have to look for that as well. Thank you. We didn't see the daughter again, not even on the poster. So maybe she's already saved because they remember her. Maybe all the other monsters.
Yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah, if she isn't, you're right, she isn't on there. That's kind of interesting. But I don't know. I kind of wonder like if they just randomly as they made the poster, because I kind of feel like the poster is the same thing as like the trailers. Like marketing department probably made the poster and decided which kids to put on the poster, you know? And I wonder like was it picked by random by the ones they liked for the poster and it had nothing to do with it? I feel like that's a possibility. And I could be completely wrong. I'm just saying, I kind of wonder. Sometimes I think some things like we put more into than they do. Maybe.
But you think as much as the showrunners are obsessed with numbers that they would put 7 on them if they were like if the daughter disappearing doesn't have some kind of deeper meaning.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would think they would at least say put X amount of kids on the poster and make that choice. I would think that. I would agree with you. But I don't know. It's so hard to tell. Sometimes different departments do different things and they don't always talk to each other and finalize it and everything. But yeah, I would think that they would at least kind of have final say over it. I don't know. Well, we have, let's see, it's been 3 hours and 54 minutes. We'll go till we get to 4 hours, but so we'll talk a couple more minutes, but it's been guys, almost 4 hours. It is 2:30 a.m.
What a long, strange trip it's been.
Yes, what a long string.
Uh,
I need some sleep. So that's why I'm kind of like, I think we've been here long enough. But I appreciate all you guys coming. Thank you for listening to us this long, especially if you stayed. I know some of you have been here a really long time, and we do appreciate it. Please make sure that you check out our interviews and stuff on the video tab for From interviews and other interviews of other things. There is a From playlist, though, that has all of our From interviews. And then, of course, we had some that were on lives. Don't forget that Liz Saunders, who plays Donna, is going to be here on June 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. You will get to ask her your questions in the chat live. We will be talking to Vigo Handvelt, who played Young Jade, on this Wednesday night. Evening. Yay. So you can submit questions for him in our Discord and there's a submit questions place under From, because it won't be, that one will not be live. It'll be pre-recorded. And that video will be out, I'm guessing probably like Friday. It kind of depends how fast I can get the video edited, but that'll be out then. I do have another big From interview I haven't announced yet because I'm waiting to see if it's going to be live or not. It's a really good one that's coming. I'm hoping it's going to be on a live, and then I'll be announcing that soon. There's a couple that are kind of in the process of scheduling, so we'll see how they go. So there may be more live. So yeah, just stay tuned and make sure you check out our Discord for our schedules. We have From watch parties Saturday night at midnight, 11:59 p.m. Eastern, and Sundays at 9, of course, which was tonight. And then we have the deep dive live stream on Sundays, and on Mondays at 10 we have our review, which is generally with me and Karen and AJ, although Karen is not going to be here this week. And then on Thursday at 9:30, we have a watch party for why do I keep wanting to say Anchor Bay? I know that's a company. That's not right. Widow's Bay.
Anchor Bay. Yeah.
It's a company that makes DVDs. I used to review.
Oh, yeah. I have several different Anchor Bay DVDs.
Okay. Well, it's Widow's Bay. Thank you, Dieter. We have Widow's Bay watch party at 9:30 on Thursday, 9:30 Eastern. And the live stream is at 11. We will have other live streams soon as we cover different things. And next week sometime, probably, I'm guessing Monday, since that's when our other Lost show is. And I know AJ can't do Sunday. That's why I'm saying probably Monday, as long as you can do it. Will be our party for our kind of celebration of 2,000 YouTube subscribers, as well as our million views, which we passed quite a while ago. And we never did anything, but we'll do some stuff about the host. We'll do some trivia, maybe some From stuff. It'll just be a fun party. So make sure you stay tuned for the exact date on that. And there should be other From Junket stuff coming up too soon. So yeah, just stay tuned. We hope to see you in Discord. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision. And if you have the Hype availability, which I guess is only on mobile, please do that as well. And yeah, we will. I guess we didn't. I was assuming that after I got done talking all this stuff, it would be 4 hours. There's still like 2 minutes, so we're a little bit under 4 hours. But thank you guys.
Personal stuff.
I don't know. My personal stuff is I want to sleep. That's my personal stuff right now. But we do appreciate you guys and all the support. You guys have been really great. And yeah, we appreciate it. And yes, Dieter's right. If you make a comment after the live, after we disconnect, that actually really helps the algorithm. But hopefully we will see you for Widow's Bay. And if not, then we will see you. If not, then we'll see you next weekend, probably at the party. And yes, we'll be giving out 5 more talisman tomorrow, as well as the Hannah Trami cameo. So make sure that you guys tune in tomorrow night at 10 for that. And I'm glad you were here, B. I'm glad you made it. So yeah. And remember, there is no episode on, unfortunately, from next Saturday night, Sunday, because of Memorial Day. But we will have our party that week. All right, guys, have a good night. You have anything else to add, Scarlett, before we go?
Donna lived.
Yay, Donna lived.
Donna
Okay.
lives to see another day.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.